day, so
So yeah, this day has been 6 sessions long, just for the record.
Hey, by the way,
Uh,
Ryan, yeah, I'm having total weird
Yours too?
issues of
Okay. It might be
no
the OBS
webcams.
update. Because the OBS update's been messing with a lot of my stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just redoing them all right now.
yeah, I guess I have to.
I've done this so many times with so many things. I got it.
okay. I'll change the server again.
No.
I'm gonna change the
Please
name.
no.
I'll change it to
Well, see, I don't know if it
D&D
was the
D&D pals.
I don't know if it was the server name being changed or if it was something weird with like the
What's
uh,
our fucking
the
what's our
actual.
like our group name? Like like if we were a show, like if we were a podcast. I guess we are,
I guess
but
it's just a
because
shield
that's the
now.
name. Good, but that's the name of the campaign for the campaign.
Well,
Kind
yeah,
of,
but like that's all we've
right?
been so far.
Right, but like
That's
Critical
everything
Role
we
was called
are.
that.
Yeah.
Like they didn't call Dimension 20 Fantasy High at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like what's our like cool
What,
name?
I don't
whoopsie
think we have one
daisy.
yet.
We gotta think of one. Also, feel free to keep adjusting stuff and or asking questions for recap because in exactly 6 to 7 minutes, my Wi-Fi is gonna cut out for a minute and a half.
That
All right.
yes.
You can set your watch to that. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'll do some recapping of like things that may have gotten lost in translation or just over time. Things that we know. We know that Damon Blackfire is in town. He had a hand in enabling Madeline to do the stuff that she's been doing, um, doing favors for her, etc., giving her resources, access to places and things she shouldn't have access to, um, including, uh, like the attempted murder of Talia Blackstone at the theater. So kind of the reason that she was there was to kill Talia, basically, and just kill a bunch of people in general because that's kind of her thing. Um, you also know that Damon was working with or funding as well Daniel Levithis, one of the twins from last session. If you remember, he was this kind of like very troubled, kind of mentally unstable young man who had a talent for tinkering and for artificing, I guess, um, artificer, whatever. For being an artificer, he was a talented artificer and was skilled at manipulating and designing different magical items. And you know for a fact that the operator key that you guys retrieved from his private sanctum has been altered or tampered with in some way. And you know that Damon has been funding him for whatever reason. You don't know what he made for Damon for what purpose, but you do know that they were involved. And upon him like naming Damon as his like kind of conspirator, that seemed to trigger a clause in whatever contract they had drawn up, and it killed him. Per the terms of the contract, I think he was in a very kind of emotionally kind of distraught state and kind of the finer points of the contract slipped his mind a little bit, and once he named Damon, the clause was evoked and he was summarily um executed. The arcane conditions of the compact triggered and killed him. What else? That's the Damon stuff. You know, Marisa wants to kill somebody, and that her motives for helping the ring out to whatever extent is to serve that purpose. You don't know who she wants to kill, or really what she's doing. When she has been helping you out to some degree, she seems to be cool with disrupting Madeline and disrupting kind of the ring's plans with the choosing, claiming that as much of a scoundrel as she likes Ela and doesn't want the total destruction of it, which is truly what would happen if all the chosen were to fall and Mount Pelea erupts, because the volcano erupting doesn't just kill Pelea; it would have disastrous ramifications for the rest of the islands as well. You know that she gave you a completed, uh, or not completed, but one of the stones that you can use to uh, nullify the nullicite and be able to cast magic within the vault. You know that she gave you one of those. Ruby was indeed chosen. Um, uh, and so I hope you understand that should Ruby fall, the rest of Copra goes with her. As well as that, let me see. CMC. Draga's been going around town doing stuff. You're not really sure what she's been doing or who she's been talking to, but she
Yeah.
has on multiple occasions just kind of vanished at inopportune times. Like, probably would have been very helpful to have her while you guys were fighting the ghosts, but she simply was not there. Left to go talk to somebody who exactly, not clear. You know that Seabane is in town and is kind of just a rascal. Did help you out with the fight with the flesh monster. Um, you know that Beta has been laid to rest in the best way. Um, kind of shepherded off to wherever it is his final destination was meant to be instead of being trapped in Madeline's sword. Anything else I'm forgetting?
Baz died.
Who died?
Oh, Shaz.
Oh,
That's an
yeah.
appropriate response.
Who? Yeah, he died. He died. He died.
All
And
right,
he'll
all
be
right,
back
we're done. We're
sometime.
done with recapping him. Did you guys recap what's the plan? Because okay, so let's try to very general ideas for that. I think so we got key. Key go in, we go up.
Sounds good so far.
You're muted, Liz.
Oh, sorry. I think there was also a plan for us to bring a B team of crew members to deal with the lower
Oh.
level security.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. B team. Probably have it somewhere. Team low, team mid. Okay. Draga's got the mid level. Low team would be our guys. Oh, we already got the badge, so that's easy.
Mhm.
And we only have one person that can ignore Nola's sight right now.
At the moment, yes.
Yes, and perhaps we can just say, because I think at the end of last time we learned that we need to make it into like a ring. I don't know if we could do that like off screen and just say Ruby makes it into a ring.
Ruby has
or
the ability to
someone
do
makes it
it.
into a ring
Ruby.
overnight.
I don't know if you remember, but Ruby bought a jeweler's kit session 1.
hmm That's what her mama suggested to me, so I don't need to spend time role playing it, but
Yeah. Um,
there it goes.
Oh,
Well,
he
good
wasn't
heist,
lying.
guys.
So we can just say that it worked, right?
Yeah, I
We can
think
DM
that's
for
how that
ourselves
works.
and just be like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. We know not only that, we actually managed to multiply it, so now we have
We
2.
did. It's
Oh.
incredible.
I remember that actually, yeah.
So Ruby, I assume you're gonna wear that.
I think I should. I mean, I don't have to, but just
I
in
think it's
case
wisest for you to wear it because you
Yeah.
have the good Healy stuff and
Revivify
lots of
and
other useful
healing.
stuff. Yeah.
So we have to make a way in stealth-wise. We're gonna have to go through teleporter. When we get through teleporter, do we have any plan past that?
We have the security rooms that I don't know, we were planning to send people to because there's 2.
Yeah,
right?
no. I mean, when we get up to the 3rd floor.
I mean, there's all those rooms with gold in it. I don't know if we're trying to also hit those up. But we also that's where all the chosen are going to be too, right? So then protect them.
Yeah, we have to protect at the same time.
Yeah.
They can manage.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wait, so what are our goals?
Okay.
Protect the chosen.
Big goal, Suma Child. Then
Yes, look
protect
at
chosen.
the room. Protect the chosen.
3rd, those doors that aren't too relevant.
Maybe we should try to kill Madeline. I don't know. Does that work? Should we, like, try to do-
Yeah, I think certainly if she shows up, we should try.
He's gonna show up.
I
for
don't know
sure.
if we'll be able to. Actually, we did get rid of some restraint. I think we're gonna have to try to.
Mhm.
I think we're
Nice.
just gonna have to go all out.
I
and
think
if
she's
she
gonna show
lives,
up
she
and she'll be
lives.
like, "Oh, you guys are here too. My bad. You guys do your thing."
Yeah.
Oh, my fault, King.
Oh,
Sorry.
bad
Go ahead.
timing for both of us.
It's so awkward. You know what? You know what? I'll just.
Here you
Did
are
you-
with
You
your
guys take
hides,
your
and here I
turn.
am destroying your hides.
Did
That's
I today
rude.
too? I so sorry. I mean,
Oh
I
my
thought it
god.
I thought it was my
Same
turn.
clothing
But...
too. How embarrassing.
This is so tacky of me. I'll never live it down.
Guys, we should have done it yesterday. I told
I'll
you.
tell Xandus tomorrow. I'll tell him tomorrow. Do we have? Okay. Then I guess the big thing is once we get inside, are we like showing off as like chosen members? Are we showing off as people that work there? I still have like the rings, robes.
How many do you have?
One.
Okay, great. I also have maybe permission as a gold member, like I could open a vault. We talked about that briefly.
Yeah, one of the stated plans at the beginning was to pose as rich folk going to open an account. That was one of the things you guys
Perhaps-
discussed doing.
Perhaps I pose as someone who is opening an account, and then we get on the elevator with someone, and then while we're going up, wait, is it like a mechanical elevator? Not mechanical, but like, is it a teleporter?
It's a teleporter.
Okay. Maybe we pretend to be doing that. Once we get up, we knock out whoever that guy is. And then use the key to go up to the 3rd floor.
Well, we already have a key too. Just reminding you.
Yeah, no. But the reason didn't we need a key specifically to get up to the 3rd floor? Or was that just...
To operate the teleporter at all.
Oh, okay.
At all.
But
It's
wouldn't they
simple.
still be suspicious though if we just like walked in and we're like,
There
we're gonna use
will
the
be
elevator
there
with
will
our
be
key
an
that we have?
there will certainly be an
That's
operator there.
kind of what I
Yeah.
meant. Is
Yeah,
like
there will be an
Right.
operator there. so you will
presumably no
have
one
to-
goes up without being watched, I
Yeah,
would
Yeah.
presume.
There's gonna be one teleporter missing, right? Because they don't know that that dude's dead. You know, the guy.
There'll be an operator, but they don't not all of them work every day. So there's just the one teleporter. So you have to assume there's not that many. There's only one on each floor. And it might not be his shift yet, or he doesn't show up for a day. They call in a replacement, something like that. You can rightfully assume that there will be somebody there at the base floor. Yes, Gallet or Talon, sorry.
Yeah. Can we recap what do we know about the ring?
Them's bad folk.
Anything specific that would be helpful in the heights, such as they like when Ruby was walking around, did she see ring members walking around, or is it all
Yes, she certainly would have seen ring members walking around.
all right.
Mostly kind of like gathered in the top floor. They likely, like, from what you know, they wouldn't just be kind of like hanging around like the vault floors where like other people are going in to grab their shit for no reason. They're not just like watching everything. They're at their kind of like headquarters essentially.
Yeah.
At the very top. They wouldn't just be kind of everywhere.
Okay, so could use that to somewhat get in. I might be. We don't have him, so it'd be hard to get all of us clothing like that.
Would you or someone else who's wearing the ring stuff be like escorting?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. But what would we? Because Ruby is pretty identifiable currently.
True.
So are we escorting her into safety? Well, no, because we're
Perhaps,
leaving
I
the
mean-
same day.
Could one of you be disguised as my mother?
Well, that would be a hard sell. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. We're all pretty tall.
Reconsider. Just a thing to mention. It would be very funny to have one of you guys do a southern accent. Just throwing that out there. It would be fun
Wow.
for me personally.
Wouldn't it get dispelled though by the metal detector thingies?
Now if it's
That is
makeup.
true. Yeah,
I don't know
you
if
just
we can sell
gotta,
makeup.
you kind of just gotta crouch down.
Could any of us make a convincing older dwarf woman? I don't know.
Oh, I don't think any of us can. I don't. You'd need a natural 20 on him,
Well,
like a
What if
disguise
Ruby
check.
went as her mother and then we went as Ruby?
Is that easier for you guys?
That
No.
seems easier to understand.
Slightly.
No, not at all.
You at least know Ruby much better, and
That's
she doesn't have an
true.
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be angry all the time at work.
Okay.
Guess maybe
Now,
we don't
okay,
do that. So didn't we already have a plan? Like I don't
that's what we're sort of going over. I'm trying to
like we're
remember.
making
if we
new
did.
parts to the plan. It feels like I feel like we already had like thought out how we're gonna get in, how we're gonna go to each spot.
We really weren't too specific on the planning
Mm-mm.
process. if
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
gonna
we
be
didn't really talk
honest.
about how we get in.
This
But
is
can't,
kind of
can't
all
anyone
on
just go
me.
in? Can't we all just be like, hey, I want to open a vault, even if it's on like the bottom floor? Anyone. can
Well,
go in.
yeah, but then we'd sort of be done at some point and have to leave.
I don't know how secretive this is gonna end up being.
I think
You
Huh?
you would have to, like of you guys, Suma would have the clearance, like status wise, to convincingly be like, yeah, I'm gonna open a thing. Um, I will note that the teleporter does not go all the way down to the bottom. That is a luxury for those of Suma's status and higher. The only reason anyone's going down to the bottom is to disable some of the surveillance. That was the only reason for it.
Wait,
If you wanted to not to do away with that at all, you could do that.
there's 3 floors,
How
right?
do you? Yeah.
Doesn't it tower up? Or does it go down?
It towers up.
Okay, so what do you mean the
How do you
bottom?
get from the first floor to the second floor if there's not a teleport?
You simply don't.
Does that mean there's not one at all, or it's very like specific?
Or second floor, the like camera stuff.
I believe I remember saying this. I'm gonna double check my notes now just to make sure. That
I'm now confused on shot.
It's just been so long since we went over this that it's hard to.
Yeah, it's been a
remember.
really
Yeah.
long time since we went over this. Hold on, I have it in a doc.
I think
Okay.
I remember us being confused about this because I put ground floor of Ivory Vault and then I crossed off and put second floor.
I can post everything I have written down, but I don't think it's very helpful. Some might come off. Oh fuck, that's a lot. That's everything I have down. I don't know how helpful it is. I've read through it.
Yes, this is true. The central teleporter is only this is what it was. The teleporter can teleport you down, but there is no one that goes up. If that makes sense.
And how do you go up?
The point is that if you are down there, you're not supposed to go up.
So you can start on the top floor.
Like in the sense of like, how do I put this? Okay. I described to you, I think a long time ago, the bar vault was a city with a ground floor, a literal disc above it, and then a smaller one up here. The ivory vault is at the center. So while it goes up from here to here, kind of like as the central pole going up all of the kind of like the skewer upon which the little like rings sit on, if that makes sense. In that, this is the first floor right here. You can enter in. You can go all the way to the top of this like next chunk, but there is no teleporter that goes up to the next chunk, which is essentially on the next ring. If that makes sense.
Is that the ring that Ruby went to? Where like
Ruby went all the way to the top.
Yeah, so Ruby would know how to get to the top, right?
Ruby was teleported to the top
So there is a teleporter that goes to the top.
from the second floor.
So how'd she get to the second floor?
She just walked in. The same. You guys have all been to this, or not? Like the second floor is just on the second ring, which you guys all have access to because of Suma.
Okay.
The second floor is also the ring where.
So there's
Oh.
You
separate
guys-
entrances to the first
I
and second
see.
floor.
Yes, the first floor has an entrance. The second floor has an entrance. The third floor has an
Okay,
entrance.
that's
and the
why we were
black-
confused.
So
We didn't
then
know how to
we
get to
don't
the
even
second
need
floor.
to go to the first floor at all.
Yeah, so-
we just walk in.
Yes,
to the second floor.
that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
okay.
That's what I was saying.
makes so
The
much
only
more sense.
reason to go to the first floor to begin with is to disable the surveillance system there, which
Mhm.
has eyes on the second floor. In case you guys wanted to do some stuff, which you probably will, secret like.
Because then there's
Draga's
a
gonna take.
there's a secret
yeah.
there's a camera place on the second floor that looks at the third floor, right?
Yes.
So we'd have to get rid of the first floor
1, 2, 3.
so they don't see
Yeah,
us doing the
yes.
stuff on the second
That
floor.
Yes.
that hasn't changed.
Okay.
The initial plan
Okay.
was to have like your ground floor troops, which would have been, I think, names thrown around with like Suzanne and Andros, kind of like your ship crewmates.
Yeah.
Take care of the surveillance on the first floor. That will be likely just whatever they're going to do is whatever they're going to do. Draga volunteered to be the one to take out the eyes
Mhm.
on the second floor, so she will be going in at the same entrance as you're going in. Whether you want that to be at the same time, or she goes in earlier and kind of just bides her time until helping you guys cut it at the last moment. Up to you guys how you want to do that. There is no way to access the third floor except through the teleporter from your guys' vantage because the Blackstone level, the Blackstone ring, is inaccessible. If that makes sense. The whole reason for getting the teleporter is because teleporting up to it is easier than climbing up to that level. That was the loudest.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why.
You're good.
Whole
You're good. You're good. You're good.
notification there.
Yes. It's because teleporting up to it is easier than getting in to the front. Like you're coming in, you're breaking in from the inside as opposed to breaking in at that entrance. If that makes sense. Yes. So, I'm actually just gonna recap everything that I said in session, I believe, 47, the big Draga lore dump. Level 1 is the ground floor. That's one entrance. That's the main entrance that everyone goes through if you're below gold. That's where the first surveillance center is. There's also a little prison holding bay there for people who get caught breaking into places. Level 2. That's the main entrance for everyone gold and above, accessible from the gold ring, the precious ring. She told you that there's a pretty stringent like ID and security system. You need to be able to prove who you are, that you have clearance to open up an account there, to be there to begin with. And then past that, there's that big gate that dispels magic and invisibility and all that stuff, things that are hiding. The null site begins on the second level. There is no null site in the first level. Okay. The central teleporter also starts on the second level, and it can go up to the third. There's also a surveillance station on the second level. There's arcane eyes. There's like sentries that are kind of standing about, and there are doors there that lead to pockets of extra dimensional space wherein these folks store their belongings. And the third level, that Ruby has actually been to is very, very different, in that there is kind of only one floor to it, and everything there seems to be managed through these extra dimensional doors. One of which is one that Aliceris said he's pretty sure he was kept in, and that we suspect that perhaps Suli was also kept in as well. You also saw, I believe, a door for Damon and a door for Aramis. They have accounts at the third level. And I believe that is it. The third level is, I think, in a way, the least guarded in terms of like automatic stuff that will catch you and systems that will catch you. There isn't as much like arcane surveillance directly. There's just like ring members there. There's just like people there who will fuck you up if they know you're there to cause trouble. Um, of all the different levels, that is where the ring will be congregating because that's kind of their place. Estelle's gonna be the head honcho. Um, if Damon's gonna be around, that's likely where he'll be. Any other questions?
Not currently. All right. So we understand what we're going to be doing with level 1, level
Okay.
2. Then we're
Okay.
going to be going in for level 3. But the thing we have to nail down is when we hit that level 3, I have two things I found in my notes that was the two plans so far. It was what you said, create an account, or something to do with ring escorting people. What do you think would be better for our
Well,
mission?
I believe we know that whoever gets sent on the journey for like first or whatever it's like the journey through Pelea, whatever it was called, I forgot the choosing.
Yes, the Red
Uh,
March.
Red March. I believe they're supposed to have like a group that goes with them, like a party. So we could
Mhm.
just say that's what we are, because we probably are going to be that. So we just
We
say that we're the party
could.
with Ruby.
And the other thing is that the ring wanted to keep all of the chosen like on the third level anyway. Like that's where Talia is and all the rest. Like that's why Madeline is coming to kill them all because they're all up there. Maybe we pretend we don't know that and say like we want to go up there to keep Ruby safe.
So this
With all the
brings up a
others.
few questions. So one, if we do that, they have eyes on us. So is there even a possible way to get up there without them seeing us, or do we have to go up there and have them see us? Because then how do we slip away afterwards? I feel like
From what it looked like when me and Ruby went up, it looked certainly like when we teleport in on that teleporter, they're gonna see us.
yeah. So
So I
with
think
that being said,
subterfuge.
why did we steal the pass? I feel like we didn't need it, unless we needed to get
A
down.
way out?
Is it
Yeah.
for out? Okay.
But I think or an easier or like a safer way. You three go in, start an account. I'll be in ring. And when there's an opportune moment, or when you think, oh, okay, we can't get any more from this position, I pop out in ring uniform. Whoever is escorting us, I say, hey, I'm taking things over right now. And we just go where we need to.
We try to slip away. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. I haven't been there. How is it like laid out? Is there any chance you can get to a door and open it and get inside without a guard seeing you? Like, is there ever openings, or are we gonna have to make a distraction?
While we were walking to the area that Ruby was going to, we saw the three important doors. I believe that there might be a way to open them. It would involve. I assume there's a key involved. Is there, Gino? Is there anything specific for vault doors?
Vault doors are opened by attuning. So when you open an account, they attune you to the door such that your will, like magically, will open it. So it's kind of personalized. It's almost like a handprint on like one of those fancy like high tech
Yeah.
doors where you put your hand and it goes "Psee," like scans it with a red line. It's like that, but more with like arcane signature. So it scans if you are indeed that person magically, and then opens it for you.
And
I will
anyone
say,
replicate that arcane signature that they suspect is used?
I will say this though. These are, as I said, extra dimensional spaces. And you do have someone in your party with the ability to tamper with those to some extent.
Goomba, or he's a wizard.
No.
No,
No,
the
child.
whole teleport
It
thing.
is you. It is you. Although I do have, well, I wonder if either of my shards would do anything because it's like their souls, like in a little
So
thing. But I don't know. That might not work. So
My fear is one, opening portals with this amulet can sometimes cause things to come through. Now I don't know how it would work in this case because usually it has something, or not usually, but the one time we did it, I went to the Earth plane, I believe it was, and something from the Earth plane came through. If we're going into an extra dimensional place that is specifically just for the storage, then I doubt there's creatures in there that can come pass through, right? So it might be safe.
If not, it's still not a bad thing. Opportune moment, we run, and someone has to deal with it.
True, and it kills all of the chosen for Madeline.
Yeah,
There you go. Do your job for her.
there we go.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything that's gonna come through. But we can try. I'm fine.
Yeah, and if you don't want to take a risk on a certain door, I still have a two-way window that can be affixed to a solid surface in order to peer through the other side for 1 hour.
Well, it's an extra dimensional space, so I don't think we'll be able to see the other side.
Or will you?
Probably. Wait, no. I'm sorry. Silver mirror that lets you see into another mirror plane.
Oh, that's different.
That might help.
A mirror plane. Wouldn't that be the Feywild?
No, silver
Shadow?
mirror that lets you see into another plane, not a mirror plane.
Oh, mirror plane. Alright, so there's just another plane. Okay,
So like,
maybe.
I'll give you the mirror. You can write down in your inventory
Guaranteed.
mirror. Yeah, we'll just figure this out. You got the mirror. So the plan is, from what it sounds like, we're gonna go up to make an account, and Alok is supposed to look at those 3 doors.
Okay, so that's the thing. So we have like the 3 doors we want to look at. We have a priority list. In case I can only do a few.
The child. The child.
Okay, which one was that one? Was that like I need this right now?
Let's see. I don't remember the child's name.
Well,
you don't. I do.
It's Suli, no?
Yes, Suli and also Aliceris.
Right, but like what's the order? Like which one would you want to do first?
Julie first.
Yes.
Then Dave. I would like Damien to be second because that's like money.
You spell
And we
Suli
can
with a T at the
screw 'em over.
beginning, like Suma.
No.
Okay.
Here, I'll spell it for you.
Okay, that's a little different. Okay, Suli first, and then Aramis. Wait, what was his name? Yeah, what's the guy's name?
Blackfire.
Okay,
Damien?
Demon.
Blackfire. Yeah, David Blackfire. So those are the 3 that we care about.
Yeah, those are the main 3.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's also the King and Queen of Myara. If we want to just
Okay.
If we could just rob a if you have the spare
So,
time.
I think. Okay, so we're. I'm assuming all of this talk support has been out of character, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Alok wants to rob from people that aren't bad.
Well, hold on.
Right.
Are you saying kings and queens aren't bad?
Well, no, they might be, but like it's not confirmed for Alok. They're not a direct enemy of Alok right now. These people are direct enemies.
I don't know. Hierarchy and how they're running the city.
You know what? Maybe if they do something in between now and when we go to the designs.
Yeah, well, there's also those rebels, right? They're doing something.
Mm.
Yeah.
Isn't that quite down below
Oppression,
though?
heavy
Oh, wait, no,
taxes.
you're right, it
It's
is.
impossible to climb up in the city. Yeah, they're doing a bang up job.
All right, well, I'll
They
put it
are.
on a maybe list.
A maybe list. Yeah, a maybe list. All right, so
Wait, what's the Suli name? What's the Suli's door called? Is it who's the person?
Blank.
It's blank. It has no name.
Right? I think
but
it's
we
a-
have marked it. We have marked it. We
Okay.
have been able to mark it, right, Chino?
Yeah, it's marked with a red circle on the map.
it's right next to Damon's.
Okay, I have that written down.
Um,
Okay, so those are the 4, 3, but
Three important ones.
potential 4th. And I guess at one point we're gonna try to have me sneak off then and look in. Well, why would I need to look in?
See if anyone's there.
How
The
does
mirror
it
might
work?
be able to help with
Can
that.
you put everything for the item in chat?
Oh yeah.
Like it's an action. It's a specific surface.
Well, I didn't get that specific stuff. This is all I got.
should I
Chino,
request?
Yeah. Wait. Sorry. What happened?
how many times can this mirror be used? Is it like once per long rest, or do I just keep taking it on and off? Or
Shit.
Getting a lot of specifics.
One
in
use and
this.
done. That is one thing I remember talking to Chino about.
Oh, so I
think
can do it on
was
one door
use
then.
and done. For
You
a
turn it
total of 1
on
hour.
for an hour. Turn it on, hour, dead.
So so does that mean I can do like 30 minutes in 2 different spots and stuff like that?
Yeah, you can do 30 minutes in 2 different
Okay.
spots. It's time-based, not use-based. Not like it
Okay.
shows one plane for an hour and then it just pops out. You can't change it.
Okay.
Alright, so we got that part situated. Do you still want me to be in the ring as a ring? So if something comes up, I can pop up and try to make it a bit easier.
So should I have you with should I have you with me? And then the other, I try to break off from the other two somehow.
That's probably better if I'm with you, because if you get caught, then immediate backup. Hey, nah, he cool guy. I'm with him. High orders.
I did say this would happen.
So, one potential problem
It's like,
is we might want Suma for identify and stuff like that. Like, we might want a wizard with arcane knowledge.
I don't think we can be that picky
There's-
right now.
Okay.
Also,
No,
there's
and
not
also-
a lot I won't be able to casting magic.
Okay.
By
How
the
many
way.
rings do we have for the Null Site?
Exactly 1.
We have 1. And Ruby has it?
And Ruby has it, yep.
It's not attunement, by the way.
Could we how long would it take to switch it? So like if we were like in bat, we could just switch it like if we're not in combat, but when we're in combat, if we wanted to switch ring, like if I wanted to go for the ring, would that be like a bonus action?
I would say it would take you an action. If you give me a sleight of hand check over 15, I'll let you do it as a bonus action.
Ayla could do it.
Before
And
each
also-
time.
Isn't
That's
it
in
like
combat.
it's not
I mean, Ayla wouldn't
literally
need it.
everywhere is impossible to use magic. There are certain areas.
I need you guys to see that. Have you guys seen Now You See Me Too?
No.
Where they're like throwing the card around? You need you to
Oh
do
my
that with
God.
the ring. Alright, this is very.
Oh yeah, Chino. So this is kind of.
You should watch that.
I don't know if we would know this, but so if you don't have the Null Site ring, you can't
Yes.
cast spells. But if you have the ring, you can
cannot.
cast a spell. Now, if you cast a spell on somebody else and say it's like a lingering magical effect on another person without the Null Site ring, would the magic negate it on them because they have magic negation on them?
No.
So it just stops you from
We'll,
being able
we'll,
to cast
we'll
it.
say it as this. It interrupts your ability to interact with the weave.
Okay.
Like the
That's a
magical weave.
cool way to
As
say
well
that.
as to operate magical items.
Okay.
Like the part of you, because like I feel like you do need to have some talent to like make a magical item work. Like you have to interact with magic to some degree to use a
Oh,
magical
shit.
item.
Okay. Is the
you
silver
won't be
mirror
able to
magical? It's like it wouldn't work without the ring.
No, but the silver mirror is just you turn it on.
A little switch on the side.
So was that?
So
it would
whoever
work,
wants to use it could just turn it on and hand it to somebody else.
but you need the ring for it to work.
You need the ring to activate it. You wouldn't need the ring to look at it.
Okay. Gotcha. So I can just like, carry it around and keep seeing through like the planes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Ayla need? I think all that would need for that then is just someone to turn it on and then hand it to him, right?
Basically. So what we could probably do is just like turn on when we get in there. I can like put it in my cloak or something and then just have it hidden. We don't even know how I'm gonna sneak away and be able to pull this off either. So I'll figure it
The
out.
goal is for you guys to walk past the door and Ayla to never have been noticed in the first place, like always.
I don't know if that's possible in the open.
I mean, that was the plan because it seems to be really consistent that everyone forgets about you, man. That was my plan.
I don't know. This is on the people that have been in there, which is you two. More so Ruby, like to decide.
We walked past there, and I think Suma or Ruby stayed there a little bit while they had a group though.
Like, could there be an excuse for me to walk away from Suma and Ruby? Yes. Remember?
Gotta poop.
Was there?
You gotta
Possible.
poop.
Classic bathroom.
I'm not a
Uh,
deceiver.
excuse.
You gotta poop.
Or one of us preferably Ruby, because presumably I have to be the one that's being the official sort of person. But maybe if
you'd
Ruby
have
makes
to
a
distract them.
distraction,
You'd have
um,
you two would be on distraction duty.
like you got we to somehow distract them either with our super charisma or being weird or destructive, like whatever we do, and then in the chaos, Alok sort of just slips away.
Yeah.
What if we did something crazy with the teleporting earrings? Could I stay outside with Gallet in the ring with the earring, and like Ruby and Suma go inside? Ruby somehow gets away because you're chosen. They're like all cool or whatever. You get to a place where they're not going to see you. Teleport with me because I'm outside, so the no side won't stop me from using the magic item, and Ruby will have the ring to let her use the magic item.
And then I just pop
we
up on the
switch spots,
floor,
and
like
then
a floor, and I'm like,
yeah, so you just gotta bring. Oh no, not even. It wouldn't be in the first floor or anything. It would be like outside the tower. We can go somewhere like in an alley next to it or something, hidden.
and then I have to go, and then I have to go back.
Yeah, you just go
into-
back in. Yeah.
Oh, I just went to the bathroom. You guys miss me? What?
Now, or maybe
With
you
my
maybe
heavy
don't go
arm-
back in.
What?
Actually,
No, we didn't.
This should just be a way so that way they're not looking for me, and once I'm in there, if you get me to a spot where there's no one nearby or something, I can try to.
Ooh, this is an exciting
because
plan.
what if Ruby was with me when we came in, but you do your chosen thing, and then you guys get up to the 3rd floor, and I can get up using the elevator card, but you could probably convince them to let you up because you're chosen.
Another possible thing. Ruby goes in. I pop out a ring. I'm given the earring. Pop out. Alok's in. Oh wait, no. Can we even do that? Is there like fortifications against teleporting inwards?
Well, that's what we don't know because the way he described it, he said that the null sight stops you from being able to interact with the weave and like do all that. But if I'm outside, then I don't even activate the ring. It's just Ruby activating it because it only uses one activation.
I think it's safer if we go with the you two, Ruby, Suma, go distract while looking for something. Alok tries to peel off. If that does not work, I pop out. I'm part of the ring. We just try to blow it over.
So that again. So the original plan,
I don't
no teleporting.
mind doing the earring plan. So then,
There's a lot of things I don't know if it will work.
yeah, that's
That's a heist, baby.
I think the original is maybe.
It's a leap of faith.
It's safer, yeah, because we don't know.
I don't think heists have to be I think that's actually a bad idea for a heist for something to be tested there.
I think,
sounds
yeah,
fun.
because it's hard to know what will and won't work based on the description we got, right? So, but I guess that's just how no sight is. It's a pretty mysterious thing, so it's hard to understand.
All right, so let's
You can just go
write
with the original,
down.
then. It's just
let's
it's gonna be
write down
very
what we
hard
got.
for me to slink away from what I saw. Because it looked like it was just hallways that people are.
I mean,
in, so, like,
Ruby was able to do it, so I
Did
mean,
she?
I was hoping. Yeah, she literally just stopped
Ruby
moving
fell
forward.
back in a crowd of people.
Yeah.
There's a crowd of people. Okay, I thought it was like open.
But like, if
hallways.
we're doing comparisons of Ruby and crowd sneak, and then Alok
Yeah,
and two
I should be
people
able to pull
sneak,
it off.
I think Alok's got that in the bag.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so we
I feel like people would notice me go into the door. No, maybe not.
uh,
It's A-Lock. We'll see.
yeah. Let's see. So you three go up.
Mhm.
You three go up. I'm in ring.
Do we need the ring for you to come out of your ring? Like, do we need the no sight ring for you to come out? Or can you just pop?
Yes.
I think so.
So
I
then
was
I'll
told
need it,
not,
right?
Frappuccino. I thought you said I wouldn't be able. Like, I could be fine. I thought we did confirm that I could just pop out. Because what happens if my time comes up in there? Do I just explode?
I think yes. It's just you wouldn't be able to cast any spells out of it.
Yeah.
Or while in it. I think that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I could pop out, but that's it. All right,
Okay,
so in
I
ring
don't need the
still.
ring then. That's good.
No, you can't have the ring. I guess that would be
No,
popping.
no, your
out.
ring. I mean, like the null side ring. I don't need that.
Oh yeah, you don't need that. No, thank goodness. You three go up. Suma says, "Hey, let's get a count." Suma and Ruby distract while Alok check door contingency ring gallet. All right, that's about all I got so far.
Sounds great.
Now I have you in the ring as a backup. Do I
Yep.
take you out if I do get into one of the vaults?
I
No,
mean,
wait.
we'll
This
see
is all
when
on the
we get
second
there.
floor, isn't it?
Whoa, I thought this was all on the third floor. No.
Third.
Because I only have clearance to get
Yeah,
a
but
vault
Ruby
on
gets
the
us into
second
the.
floor.
Doesn't Ruby get us into the third
Well,
floor?
you're just coming as my like crew,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
I will remind you of something that Estelle told Ruby, in that she wants the ring to be your guardians. The same way it would be for all the other chosen to come with ring bodyguards instead of being able to pick your own. That's what Marisa told you. She was like,
Well,
the ring. She's like, Marisa said, Estelle's gonna do what she can to force you to take the ring as your escort. If you want to avoid that, go ahead of time.
This could
Which is
work.
obviously not your intention right now. You
Okay.
want to be here. So if you want to use that, be aware that any ring member who hears that or gets wind of that would be like, that's not correct.
So-
Or like, that's not what we want.
what if then because we mostly wanted to use that to get the other two of us clearance to get to the third floor, and that was basically it. So we just wanted to use that to get past the guard, like have him teleport us up. So what if we get up there? Once we get up there, I try to slink away at some point, and then Ruby and Suma, your whole thing is you're trying to go there to convince her to let Suma at least be one of your bodyguards, and then maybe you can make like some sort of distraction by like getting mad at her and yelling at her or something.
I think there might be ring members on the second floor too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, what if we just
I don't
say
know.
it quietly to the guy? Like, hey, keep us on the down low, but we're trying to convince her to let these guys be my bodyguards, you know? We got you on the down low. Just whisper.
That also seems a little risky.
Wait. So if you're telling them that that's why you want to go to the third floor, do I even need to have to pretend to open an account? Because that
don't
is a whole
think so.
different thing. I don't
Yeah.
think so either. And also, I'd rather not. Because I'm not
We have
good
one
at
ring outfit, right?
charisma.
Yeah.
I assume we can make another, but I don't know if we have time.
Depends on when you want to get there.
Well, how did Suma get up to the first floor the first time? Like, they just let you go. Or, sorry, not the first, but the third floor with Ruby last time. They just let you?
I didn't.
Oh,
I
Ruby
No,
went
it's just
alone?
me and Alex.
That was when we were looking
Oh,
at
right,
Battle
sorry,
Royale.
I meant Gala, but Gala was in the ring, so that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was just Ruby and...
Yes.
I mean, we could talk to Ruby's mom and see if she has any ideas, like, what they would allow up there, what kind of people and kind of relation to Ruby they'd allow.
Would the spell stone shape help with anything? No.
You, my
Maybe.
friend, are gonna have to be so much more specific.
Because you can, as long as it's like no bigger than 5 feet wide, I can turn anything that's stone into like a door or like a, something shaped. Or I can shape some other thing that's stone into a weapon. If I'm remembering the spell correctly.
You dig through the third floor to the ceiling of the second floor, and I climb in. There you go.
This is the spell.
Let me think.
You put a hole in the wall, and I hide in it.
Stone.
Velvet
huh?
boy.
Stone shape. I mean, there's certainly stone around you. To what extent it would not get you into any extra dimensional spaces, by virtue of the nature of that whole thing. You know that the vault is wrapped around with nullicide, so it is at a thickness that you couldn't just door out. to it or into the vault that way. If there are any, I think it would definitely get somebody into a surveillance center. That stone door would likely be able to be circumvented in that way, or like the stone would be thin enough to open a door into a surveillance center. If you were to do it that way. Um, uh, or you can use it to create some cover for yourself, perhaps. Like this long hallway here at the third floor, you could use it to block off sight lines so that Alok could access one of the doors if you like. Um, but that I think would be the extent of what you can do with stone shape.
Throw it out.
Alright,
But
okay, it pops up. We'll see.
still
Or
pretty
you could-
usable in my
Can
in
you
my
like
eyes.
block off the passageway that Alok is in, so that if there's like ring members coming down the hallway, you're just like, no, you can.
The entire passageway.
I feel like that'd be very noticeable and very
I drew
alerting.
a little thing.
Okay.
That is what I have. I don't.
I
think
remember seeing it. I just don't. You
Yeah.
know, it was so long ago.
I'm.
Are you guys not there? You guys not see?
No, we're on the boat.
No.
We're on the boat
What?
this whole time.
Oh. God damn it.
Oh, and I don't know if this affected you, but for
Oh
some
no,
reason,
it's too big anyway.
last Friday when I got on to Roll20, it like changed all my lighting stuff. Like, I don't know why, but it
Yeah,
was
the
wrong.
lighting does look weird to me as well. It's also being super
Or
laggy.
Did it allow us to pass through the wall before? What am I talking? Because that's what it changed that for me. For some reason. Let my like the players were able to put their tokens through the wall instead of like getting stuck on it.
Really? That's lame. That's
yeah.
a setting I can change.
It is, yeah. It just reset it on me for some reason. It was weird. It's not the first time it's done it either.
Ooh. Sorry, I don't think I should be exploring. Huh?
I mean, you were around there, so you should.
You
I
went
took you to this
forward.
map specifically so that you could kind of get the sense of the layout. And you know, if there are going to be ring members here or other things here, they are not on this map currently, or you can't see them currently.
Okay, so the
It's-
red thing is goal. That main goal. Alok must get main goal. So
So, how did Ruby manage to get to these doors without people seeing them? There was a crowd throughout this entire.
crowd moving forward.
10-foot hallway.
into
Crowd moving
meeting
forward
room.
in this narrow hallway. She just kind of hung back.
Okay. Okay. So it's still kind of in the open. Kind of obvious, I feel.
And not for a super long time either. She wasn't, you know. It was noticed eventually.
I meant like obvious to like go through the wall. Like, do we have like anything for visibility? Probably.
Anything other than spells? No.
Yeah. Well, if we get like someone with a ring to be able to cast it, I don't know.
I could cast invisibility on both of us if I had the ring.
I could just like you borrow it and then get back, right?
You
Uh,
lose the
you-
invisibility when you attack, right? Only attacking, or and casting
Yep.
spells.
Casting spells as well. I
Yeah.
believe.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if we were invisible going in and we had the ring so that we stayed invisible, like the no sight ring on you, then we could also go to the third floor with our passport that we like with our card that we got, right? And it wouldn't break. the
Well, we
invisibility.
have to walk through the door thing that gets rid of invisibility. Wouldn't work.
Gotcha.
If you were planning on the invisibility while doing it, you'd have to cast it
After we get there.
after that door.
So maybe we could find a place to get off to and then do that. I don't know. Because the cameras are gonna be down, so we won't have to worry about that. So as long as the guards don't see us. do
Yeah.
it.
In that scenario, should I even go in my ring?
Probably not. I don't know. That's just one possibility. Just to make it.
We
so they don't
probably
see
need to
us.
really strict, like, find what we're planning to do then.
I also don't know if using my amulet counts as casting a spell. I don't think it does, but it could. which would break it. So
It would not.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
you mean
like if I
for
went through the door,
invisibility?
yeah, if it broke.
Yeah,
invisibility.
probably. Yeah.
So we could use that for one door, and then after that would be visible. So
I think it would be more of a like an scenario.
So
look like about to see us.
I think we need a distraction. That's the only way I can see us getting through this without anyone noticing us, without being invisible.
Ruby and Suma.
Yeah, so that we need Ruby and Suma to do something to distract crowds of people. Whether
I have a
that's
we could do.
okay.
Ooh, what? What's your idea?
Oh, the idea is just to like have like a fight about Titus. I'll be like, "You stole my man," and then like
Oh my god.
goes with your character.
Titus isn't here yet, is he?
I just can't help it. He's on the ship.
He's on the ship. Yeah, he's on the ship, right?
Yeah.
This would be a
Oh,
million
we
times
must not
better if
allow
Titus
him to
was
come in.
here,
But
because then he could be very loud
No.
about this.
that's bad.
Who grabs attention more than Titus?
True.
It's true, but
He
he
might
also
die.
is level 0.
Honestly, it's a
we
risk I'm
need
willing
one.
to take.
We need a contingency.
Heights have inherent risks, and if Titus just gotta go.
It's gotta go. It's a
No.
good cause,
Hey,
you know?
better him than one of you guys. Am I right?
Am
Hey,
I right or
my
am I
man.
right? My man.
No, if he dies, we have to bring him back.
Do we have to?
Yeah, so
How do you-
you guys need to make some sort of distraction. Whether it's that or maybe you go with the whole plan of I want Suma to be my bodyguard and you make a whole fuss and you start yelling at.
Yeah, I mean, right? If they're not going to be happy about that, then we can just distract them by trying to convince them that
Yeah, like
for them to let
and
me.
Ruby can do classic Ruby.
Can you two
Talk
be
him, tell him
extra
off. Yeah, you gotta be
Can
very
you be
You will
extra
have to
enough?
yell.
to count as like a distraction? How extra can you be?
We'll see.
Or we bring Ruby's mother and she's extra because we saw her the last
Oh,
time.
she
is
can.
really
She
She
can do
can
it.
be extra.
For
Do it.
sure.
I also think that we could handle it too. It's like we could make it spicier by bringing in innocent people in
Okay,
if we
hold on,
want to
hold
do
on.
that.
So, does your mom know where heist? I don't think she knows about the heist, right? Like, she doesn't know.
I think so.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so let me just reiterate until someone tells me we're not doing it. You three go up. I'm in ring. Suma or Ruby. That one I might have changed. One of you two have a reason to be there. You two distract them. A-Lock go for door. I back up A-Lock if something goes wrong.
Is it an action to take you out of your ring, or do you do it yourself?
Pretty sure it's an action.
For me or you?
Gallic
Me.
can do it himself, no?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it, but I think
Gross.
it does take something for me to do
I
it.
don't think A-Lock can do it.
Yeah, that's
think
what I was.
only
Oh,
Gallic
no,
can.
A-Lock technically can if he snaps it, but I would
Oh,
not want him
Okay.
to.
Oh, I want to.
Because I'd be sort of out of a casting implement for a very dangerous individual that's coming.
Well, surely you have a secondary, focus or something.
Oh, sure.
Surely.
Bonus action to leave. It's a so I could bonus action and then invisibility immediately.
So they make a distraction. While after I've already gone away from the group, once everyone's distracted, I go into the door or I go into the first vault and see what I find. Now, the thing is, I'm guessing Suli's not in there. I don't know how that would work. Maybe I don't know how the oxygen works.
Blues probably are in
But
there.
probably information. Yeah. But on the off chance that she was in there, how do I go about that? I just try to bring her out and see what that goes. I don't think she's gonna be in there though.
Honestly, I think that's when we start spitballing ideas. and
Okay, we just go from there.
Like,
we can't plan for all this stuff, right?
Yeah, we can't plan for literally everything.
We
If
improv.
Suli is
Okay.
there, the goal is then get Suli out safely.
And protect the chosen, and get her out safely, and kill Madeline, and yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, so we got that. We got those plans. Now I need to write down. Are you in for a count, or is Ruby wanting Suma to guard?
I think
I
we're
like the
going with
guard.
the Ruby wants me as
Ruby
Yeah.
wants.
I feel like that's easier to make the drama for. You'll have your mom to
As-
back you up as well if you need to.
Yeah, do we want to take your mom?
It's pretty
It
dangerous.
does put her in
guys.
danger. But like, to be fair, I don't think we're going into this with the expectation of people to die. Like, I think we're going into this with the expectation of.
Oh no, we fully expect people to die. The initial blast is gonna kill someone.
Well, not the important people.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
otherwise the whole point. There's no point in this.
Essential
If
workers.
the chosen are just gonna die, there's no point in us trying to protect this anyways, right? So we have to. We're going in with the expectation that we can save them, right?
I guess.
That's not a very A-Lock thing to say.
Hey, look, if they die, they die.
No, that's more A-Lock is that he wants to save them. You guys are saying he's saying that they're gonna die. Like saying, well, hopefully not. Right?
Someone's about to set off a bomb, and then Alok's saying, "Nah, we'll be fine."
But like, if we just don't die to it, it's fine.
Guys,
Just
if we have the
don't
right
die.
mindset,
Guys, just
we
roll,
will survive.
roll really well on your deck save. Okay?
Manifest.
Do you consider not dying? Seems kind of
Just like have enough HP or something.
Dying sounds kind of cringe. Have
Maybe
you
like
tried
roll some
dodging?
death saves.
Yeah.
Tried death save?
Evasion? Have you heard of it? God.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to bring it wrong.
Okay.
But,
Okay. So.
but then you guys will have to step it up with being extra.
We can
Yeah,
do it.
and other specifics. Who has ring that allows to cast things?
I think maybe Suba. I feel like that's.
No.
Ruma, Ruby,
Not me.
or me?
Or don't you guys need it for invisibility?
I don't think we're doing
If-
that.
If that pops up, I could do that, but up to you guys, because I think me popping out in ring outfit and trying to convince can also be something that works.
Like go down zone.
I feel like Ruby should have it if you're not gonna.
Well,
if you don't feel like you need the invisibility, I think.
Well, no, I feel like invisibility would be amazingly helpful. I have 2 spells, and we know Madeline's coming.
So that's what I'm worried about. I'm thinking when I'm trying to think like who's gonna have the ring. I'm trying to think of for when Madeline, because we know that's happening. I who would be best to be able, because that's the weird thing. Once we start this fight, we also don't know if Madeline breaking in is going to break the Nullify, because it has to be like all the way around. I'm pretty sure, right? So if it breaks like one side of it, wouldn't that nullify it? Nullify the.
Well,
I think
isn't there
I think
isn't
that
there
was
already
something we
openings?
learned,
No,
wasn't it?
right, Chino? There are openings. Okay, so it's not like we can never even cast in here. We have to find the openings.
What do you mean by openings?
Like
Didn't you
windows?
say that there are specific specific areas that can cast things here?
I said that there were. To answer your pertinent question of like, is there gonna be a space where I just won't be affected by it? No, but to loop back to what Ryan was saying, yes, if the Nullisight coil is broken, everybody would be able to cast again.
I think that's
Okay.
why Madeline was blowing her way
Yeah.
in.
So then we don't actually have to worry about who
When
has the
she
ring
gets
when
here.
she gets here. Yeah. So we just need to worry about before that, which in that
Okay.
case would probably be best for Gallet,
Okay.
because the
Hey,
two
I
of you
can-
guys really aren't gonna be doing.
Look,
anything.
it honestly works the best this way because then I'd be dressed as the ring in my ring with a ring, and I
A lot
feel
of
like
ring.
that's
I
sort
feel
of.
like, I feel like it's like the lottery.
Very
You get
thematic.
triple rings, so it's
Yeah.
like
So I'll have
and-
the
Really well.
magic ring.
yeah.
Hopefully, the two of us will not be fighting.
So
or anything
that's like
magic.
my second thing would be if Ruby has hold person, which I don't know if she does. Maybe that would be helpful for you guys.
do.
Could be helpful, but I think Gallet also has command. suggestion?
Suggestion.
Yeah, which should also be good for us. It's hard.
Yeah,
I think
I would
Gallet-
not want to use too many of my. You know what? I only have 2. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah, that's good. Who has the teleporty earrings?
Probably me.
I don't- Yeah, Alok, and then probably someone from their group.
I feel like Sumo would be easier to teleport away because Ruby's gonna be a little more in the spotlight, right?
Or should we plan for fight?
Well, again,
Yeah.
I won't have the Nullisight ring. You will, Gallet. So
Do earrings not work without it? Oh yeah, you're right.
yeah, but I don't know if both people need it. I think only the person activating it.
Yeah, no, I if it works like that, I assume then it would just one person needs to be able to do it. Right?
So maybe it's you and Suma, because you have the Nullisight ring. So maybe you'd want the earring, because I can't do anything with it anyways until you
Okay.
come out. So at that point,
Suma.
I'll just give it to you.
And final one, who has the key card to get out?
I do.
should just throw this out since I've been collecting them. If I have it and Suli is there, we can make a break for it and teleport out.
If that's the
True.
case,
Actually,
I would be
someone
the
else
best
should
for
have
that.
it because I can dimension door theoretically once the null site is broken.
I
All right.
am the fastest,
Yeah.
so would it be better for me to have the card then? Because I could get her out faster.
Speaking
Can
of
you
which,
carry her?
We have the same
if this is
strength.
all if this is all out of character, could I, before the next day comes and we start RPing again, could I see if there's anything you can make out about what is different about it besides just the, because it had mods, right? Can I
Yes, it does
tell what
have
any of those
mods.
are
right.
with like
Shit.
identify or detect
That could actually
magic
be
or
huge.
studying it or something?
That is an extremely good idea, and I was worried that no one was going to bring it up.
Look,
I
I was
forgot,
just waiting for the
so-
right moment,
there's
and this seemed like
inherent risk
good
with
to know what.
heists.
Yeah,
Including not
So,
looking at our key card. So.
I
Yeah.
would like to know what. Yes.
Cool.
Oh,
Before.
our key
Yeah.
card's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Through the night, as you guys have this epic planning session in the dim light of the Corkin Cove, you see Dell is like fighting off sleep in the corner, trying her best not to uh the bartender does not want to go to sleep before her customers leave the premises. Miela has already gone to bed after her harrowing experience with the ghouls. But Dell is there, this aged streak of white through her hair, looking more milfy than she's ever looked. Um, uh, Suma, you cast Identify on this key, and what you can get from it is this. It is not a thing with like a purpose that like it's not an item you could use anywhere other than the Ivory Vault, so you don't get anything of that sense. It is primarily and specifically attuned to work with a specific magical construct. You can get that much. You know that it operates the central teleporter. Um, you also know that several modifications have been made to it that seem to be playing upon its ability to invoke um, teleportation magic. As you analyze it, can you just give me a quick flat Arcana check as well
You
on
got
top
this.
of the Identify?
Easy.
Okay. On a 14, the music stopped. 1 second. Yeah, this one will do. As you inspect it, what you learn is that it is not a traditional teleporter. You use teleportation spells, Misty Step, Dimension Door. You've examined teleportation circles before, like the one in that one kind of like illusory, non-existent shack in Gallon, and the one in the rings, in like Yeska's like former lair. You've seen teleportation magic before. You're familiar with their iconography. However, what the teleporter seems to do is not teleport at all. What it seems to do is essentially move you through a pocket of extra dimensional space that would not normally be possible to teleport through. You know that. What Daniel has done to this thing is amplify it to a degree that is slightly concerning. You figure that this may even have the power to open some of the doors.
Mm.
Um, at the same time, it's like what you get from the complexity of this thing is something also that clues you into the complexity of the teleporter itself. Um, there's so many wards and shit in place in the Ivory Vault that you figure like would be impossible to teleport through normally. And Alok's thing would not necessarily work at all because the destination is not an extra dimensional space. It is just passing you through one to get to the other, if that makes sense. Like walking through a bag of holding into a different place. Not stepping into a bag of holding, period. You also note that this thing is going to emit some kind of communication signal whenever it is used.
Mhm. Okay. So I'll relay all that. In which case, it seems even more pertinent that the two of you have it, or one of the two of you has it, if you're on door duty.
Maybe we use that if my amulet doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, that'll be your backup
Like the
for your
backup.
amulet not
Yeah.
working.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, it sounds like probably someone will know when you use it.
Which is so basically, if we use that for a vault, we get in a vault quick, we get stuff quick, and then we leave quick. Like we don't have a lot of time, and we can't go to any vaults after that. Basically, this is my guess.
Probably we don't have a lot of time after we use it.
Yeah, basically. So it's once we use that, we're done. Basically.
Well,
Okay.
that's a good backup.
It's a good backup, yeah. It does mean though
Okay.
that we definitely won't be able to use it to get up there secretly. So it really is just at like the end of our heist we use it.
I will also note that you don't know where the signal goes.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. I mean, I was thinking maybe it goes to the camera rooms, but we don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of risky.
That, or if Damon's the
Well,
one who's been
yeah,
giving him his
Damon, I
technology, I
think
was thinking
so.
it maybe goes to Damon.
He's
Well,
probably
or
playing.
My
one of his.
guess was that. Well, was the communication thing part of his tinkering, or was that just part of?
Part of his tinkering.
Oh, okay. That'd be fine.
We don't have to worry about the like certain rooms that can wash over places, even if it came to them, because we're gonna assume that all of our guys are successful in their task.
Obviously.
We're gonna hope that.
So if it doesn't, maybe we just use that and then my amuletic backup plan for the card not working because it said some doors not. Because I'd rather risk using that because if the communication he added, I doubt he added the communication to tell other people, right? Because why would he do that? Obviously, he's trying to be secret and probably trying to steal from other people's vaults. Why would he want to do communication at all?
I feel like there might be a danger if you use it on Damon's store. That is the only thing I'll say. I think there is a danger specifically if we use it on his store.
Okay.
Either not even something as specific as like just if he used it on that door, I'm worried that it might even do something special like go somewhere else.
So what do we think is more dangerous? There's the
Amulet
risk.
is far more important.
Well, so I want to bring up the risk. With the amulet, no communication sent, but I think it's a small chance. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it could bring a creature in. I don't think that would happen.
Which is not inherently bad.
Which could kill innocent people. So
I will also note that
I'd rather take that risk, I think.
I
Shima,
like that
with
one.
with your 14 Arcana and the Identify, I will say that you note that similar to Daniel's mental state at the time, the adjustments made to this thing, tapping into a pretty powerful, complex magic, it does not seem fully stable.
Do I have any idea of
The
what
backup.
that means? Like any potential side effects I can identify?
It's sort of like, you know when you see a bomb in movies and sometimes it's just like this very sleek thing with like all these like sleek metal with like tightly packed, and then sometimes it looks like it's slapped together like with household materials. It looks much more like the latter than the former, if that from a magical perspective.
Right.
If that makes sense. You're like,
So its function is probably not too sophisticated.
And it could be a
Yeah.
one-time use thing too, maybe. Or...
it might,
you-
yeah.
Can you look at his other item? Doesn't he have another?
Was
He had
are you talking about the mace or something else?
Yeah, the mace.
I
think
can
the
yeah, I
mace.
can identify the mace. Yeah.
Sure. The mace is essentially an autonomous spiritual weapon.
So
That's
it's a
pretty
mace and a
good.
spiritual weapon in one.
So you could use it, but it also functions as a spiritual weapon.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So in the sense where it was like kind of floating towards him to defend him without him necessarily wanting it to or like needing to like use his hands, it is a spiritual weapon that takes a bonus action to activate, and you can use it to attack people with. Except it's a physical entity.
So it's
Does
good
not.
for someone that doesn't use bonus actions, like probably Gallet, right?
Yeah, I don't use much anymore.
I would say Ruby, but Ruby has spiritual weapon. Suma does bonus action attacks. I do bonus action like hide and steady aim and stuff. So it'll probably be Gallet.
Yeah.
If
I'll take the mace.
Okay, so I agree then. Card, backup plan. I use the amulet for now. Or like until I need the card for some reason. I think that's everything, right?
Feel like we might be forgetting one thing, but I just can't think of it. So
We have a way in. We have a plan for distraction. We have a plan for who's trying to go into the doors, how we're gonna try to do so. Maybe after we do like the first vault, we go inside, and then we turn invisible and we go outside of the vault because then we can
we'll
do the
see
second
when we
one
get
invisible.
that. That's like something we'll just see when we get there.
Yeah.
I guess the only other thing I'd want to really get down, if Madeline for some reason is taking too long and we want out of the place, how do we meet back? Do you think should we not prep plan on that part?
Suma and Ruby can get out easily on their own. It's us that's screwed.
Well, I know we'd have the key card.
Well, yeah, but like they'd see us using it and stuff. Like we'd have to run.
Yeah,
At
we'd,
that point.
we'd want to be leaving. Okay, so that's good. Real quick, Cheeto, just wondering, before
Yep.
all this, would I be able to go to a store and get like either a leather or studded leather armor? Because I'm gonna be wearing a big robe, so might as well wear armor underneath it because mine's already worn.
Sure. Yes. That is gonna run you. Oh, really? That cheap? Hold on. I'm just look up how much that costs.
Studded says 45 GP.
Then yeah, 100%.
Sick.
You have the cash. Again, this is all happening. Well, you know that the Chosen are set to leave by sundown. So that sunset is when they're set to move.
Do we have a bag of holding?
Yep.
Who has it?
Yep.
You do?
Yep.
Can I have it?
Nope.
Well, I mean, in case like I don't take you out of the ring for any reason, and I want to like store a bunch of stuff, I'll need the bag of holding to shove it all into.
But it's my baby.
But you,
It's my baby.
I'm very good at babies. So not true. Alok is no.
Okay, you can have my. You better not. I'm telling you, this is my baby. You better not break it.
I probably will. We'll see.
Also, can someone lend me? Let's see, just in case, a 7 gold.
I'll do it. I'll buy the bag of holding off you.
Okay, that's not buying. That's renting.
Yeah,
Renting.
I'll rent it permanent.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
said 7?
Yeah, 7.
Gold. Bag of holding.
All right, got that. I think everyone's sort of on the same page.
Until everything
yeah.
goes to shit immediately. Let's go.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, can I finally rest and get my health back?
100%. You are free to take your long rest.
Let's do
now.
that. Sounds very nice.
Woo! All right, Portent, don't screw me over.
Remember.
Wait, let's all do it together. All Portents together. Everyone get ready.
Everyone
This
also
is big.
remember if Ruby gave you aid or plus 10 health, just make sure. Okay.
I don't think
so
you did
someone-
it for me.
So, you say when to roll it, and then we'll do it.
3, 2, 1, roll. Ooh.
Lucky lads, we got the
Lucky
low
lad,
roll.
killing it.
We got the low rolls to mess up the enemies. So
Yeah,
we're doing our
that's
part.
how you get them. That's how you get them.
Yeah. It's a good thing we're the ones going off to do.
Yeah. Thank goodness we're the
Oof.
ones that got our own mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, does this even work in the magic area?
Oh no, I don't have
Probably
anything
not.
to do it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm only.
You can do it, but you're in the
Yeah.
ring.
Honestly, that's good if I can do it.
Maybe you can do it to me while you're in the ring. I don't know. Probably not.
I can't see things in the ring. I can
Okay,
literally
yeah, no.
only hear. Okay, I think
Again, who's
that's...
the earrings? It's Gallet and who? Sula?
Yes.
All right, before we start the day, can I use the restroom?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Let's take a break as we have.
Holy
fully-
cow, that was an hour and 20 minutes.
I told y'all this would
I
happen.
thought we knew the plan. We probably should talk about it in Discord. Yeah, about us. Okay. Cool.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
It's sure gonna be something.
Yeah, boy.
I feel like I'm trying to loosen up my improvisation skills, because this is the kind of thing I cannot prepare for. You know what I mean?
Well, it feels the same way for us too.
When the plan comes together during the session, you can't exactly plan for.
I think also our plan, a lot of it is also improv. We're like, we have like that basic idea, but once we get there, we'll see what actually happens, right? Like,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
we'll get there.
It's fine.
I'm not too, I'm very worried because I know nothing's gonna go right.
Hey, it wouldn't be a heist if things went well.
Exactly. Like we made all that plan just for it to get thrown.
Ain't out the way with D&D though.
Yeah.
See, Draga's with you. Where's my token for question mark, question mark, question mark? Person I won't name right now.
What?
Nothing.
Who?
Who?
You said you named them,
Where?
so you gotta name them now.
Where is that token? Ah! There they are.
They're an ally, right? Like a good person on our team.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I think for the plan that we could have made with what we know, what we have to do, I think it's all right. The thing I'm most worried about is Sumo and Ruby making the distraction. I do not know how that is gonna go.
We will see.
The two
Why is that
low
the most
charisma.
worrisome part?
I feel like that's super fair. I'm with you. I'm with you.
We'll see.
You're gonna show these lucky lads.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
You have
convincing.
the
It just has to
easier
be.
job, but I don't think you can handle it. That's all.
Here's the thing: is that it doesn't have to be a good distraction.
It
It
just
just
needs to
has
be
to
a
distract them from
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
It just needs to
Yeah,
be
sure.
like very, out there, very
Yeah.
noticeable in eye.
You guys aren't that noticeable, is all. That's all.
That's
Pretty
not true.
plain.
We have
Pretty plain.
we
Pretty,
have
like
Sun Elf,
Well-
literally glowing.
A sparkly vampire. Literally.
Oh my god, can you imagine if he made me a vampire?
That's
This game?
That'd be crazy. We
Weird.
should do it.
Hey, can someone go to like look at the Roll20 and when you get like your cursor near the group, can you roll up and does that do anything weird for you guys?
Whoa! It's like moving our
Yes,
names.
it
What
does.
the heck?
That's weird. I never seen that before.
That's a
Wait,
weird
what?
one. It's when you. Oh, wait, you're right. It's doing it at all. Like whenever I ever. What the heck? It's even when
Wait.
doing it when I'm not near them.
Huh?
Oh no. I
That's weird.
think
Is
it
it?
broke my
I think
map.
it's from when we did the long rest.
Ah.
What happened?
Yeah, because now I can't move my token. I think it's from when we did the long rest. Can you like let's move our tokens back out? I can't do that. Never mind.
I just refreshed.
I
'cause
can't-
Yeah,
it's
refresh for it.
weird stuff for me.
Confusion?
I think it's from.
Refresh for it.
Did you guys click the long rest button or did you guys do everything manually?
I did everything manually.
Manually.
Oh, my character is gone now.
I'll drag you back down.
No, I got it. Wait, yeah, now it's not doing it. It's so weird.
You guys can't control your tokens?
No, but it's fine now. After refreshing.
Okay.
It's just weird that happened.
Yeah, who knows? Oh wait, one more thing. Is Estelle in control of the ring?
Currently.
Is that like the
Currently?
main leader? I thought she was just like a sub leader.
Estelle
Co-owner.
took over after Yeska left
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
to do her nefarious plans. Okay, so we have all come back together. I'm gonna take you to kind of a main map for the moment. We all come together. We wake up together on the Reaper. We together collectively you make your preparations. You inform your crew of what to do. Your as part of your ground assault force, Simon, Suzanne, Andros, um, Lula, and a cluster of skirmishers and cannoneers
Yeah.
have enlisted to be kind of part of that process. Um, you give them their commands to basically, at all costs, um, just get into the surveillance room. Yes.
I wasn't there with Alok and talking to a lot of these assailants, but can we? Like, I assume you told us about it.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you?
I did. Yeah.
Should we let the resistance know that this is about to happen? Opportune moment, maybe they do something.
Well,
I
they're
think
starting their
it's too
full coup
late.
downstairs.
I think they already left. Like we'd have to go back down and talk to them, which might be a hassle.
Well, no, we have the stamp.
Okay, I mean, I guess we can put in the
Let's
letter.
just let the leader
"Trust
know.
us."
Let's just let him know that stuff's gonna happen in the communication systems from the second and third floor will be down.
Yeah, I guess worst case scenario, they don't believe it, and they're in the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
boat they
yeah.
were already in, so it doesn't matter. Yeah,
All right, we let him know. We
yeah,
let him
we
know.
write a letter
let
to
them
let
know.
them know about that. And we also say, hey, this isn't actually, whatever his name is. It's not actually the
Alright.
crew.
We'll put our name. We'll put our names on it.
And you'll sign it together, real cute.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
We
Okay.
want to put documentation with our names on it that we helped
Okay.
them.
Now that we are here, okay, you are coming in at the mid level, the level that Suma would go to in order to open an account or whatever. The highest level you have current access to. Who all is here? All of you.
Ring.
All four of us.
Galat is in the ring.
Yep.
The rest of you are there. Draga is with you as well. Her job is to dismantle the security systems. Who's wearing the earrings?
Suma and Gallant.
Suma and Galat are wearing the earrings. Who has the setting stones?
I don't think we switched those out. To be fair, I would be able to use them anyways, so it would still have to be.
Just, for it'll come up later probably.
That's
Stuff
true.
always comes up and we're like, who has them? Question mark.
I guess after
Um,
the no slate goes down, we might want it to be the two different groups, so probably.
You want me to give up mine?
Yeah, probably give it to like Suma or Ruby. Either.
I'll give it to Ruby.
Probably Ruby. Suma can
Ruby
already
doesn't get to
message.
use it that much.
So Ruby and Alok have the stones.
Yeah.
The setting stones. Who is wearing the ring of nullification? Galat is wearing the ring and is also in the ring. Okay. Great. You all enter through the vault. You are. What are you guys dressed as?
I guess Ruby
We're
would
like
know best.
ourselves, right?
Yeah, do
I would
do
like
just
Dressed
wear anything?
as yourselves.
I'm just
So-
as
You could wear
real
shield.
ring.
Was Estelle at the theater?
Yes.
She was one of the people in the little.
Did Estelle recognize you when she talked to you? Like, oh, you're at the theater? Did she mention that?
Ruby was in disguise at the time.
So she might not have seen.
Marisa also gave fake news about us too.
Well, either way, I can change my cloak, so I'll just change it to a different color. I'll make it like. Well, not really, it's gray. I'll just make it like black.
Okay. Then you all stroll up dressed as essentially just yourselves into the base floor. Draga slinks in. Would you want Draga to come in ahead of you or behind you?
Ahead or
Ahead.
Well,
Okay.
I'm asking the group. I don't know.
I think ahead makes sense, right? So you
Makes
can
more
get
But
a
then,
head
but then she'd
start.
have to linger around awkwardly longer. Right? Then we would have to. Yeah.
Just like go ahead. I assume she's a professional from what you said.
Yeah.
Braga goes in ahead of you. After an agreed upon amount of time, you guys follow in her stead. I'll take her off the map and bring you to this one. The moment you guys walk in, you notice that there is a distinct air of tension in this room, in this entrance hall. There are less guards today than when Ruby went there beforehand. Perhaps as a consequence of Radash's rebels forcing some of the Barvault's forces to be sent downstairs to aid in the defense of Mayara. So there are a bit less of the guards. There's still a good number. You look around. Give me a perception check, everybody. Except for Gallet.
I can listen, God. Wait, does Suma no longer the exhaust?
It's
Finally
gone. It's gone.
Uma's no longer tired.
Honestly,
Suma.
now it's worth it.
On a 15, behind kind of like the row of desks up front, you see lingering about, leaning against walls or making idle conversation with some of the clerks and the mages assigned to the vault and its operation are two hooded figures. Your best guess,
Like ring members or
ring
something?
members. Only two. As well, and I think all of you, even Gallet in his ring, know this other thing. As soon as you walk in, the fuck do you mean I'm not the type that you'd allow to open an account here? What sort of malarkey is that? You walk in, Tarek, Seabane, and Sasha are posted up at one of the desks having a very loud kind of argument. Well, Tarek is being loud, Sasha is doing that like grimace like he's making a scene again type face that one does when you travel mostly around people who often make a scene. I'll take you here right now. You see Tarek and Sasha up ahead of you. They haven't noticed you quite yet. You see that the vault guards kind of have their eyes on the scene that Tarek is making. They're all kind of like eyeing him, like with a little bit of a sense of trepidation as well, because Tarek is an intimidating man with a very loud voice, kind of hands on their halberds gripped tight. Ahead of you, you see the pulsing of the arcane gate, the device that is dispelling everything. Crackles of green energy surging through it. The spinning gears and this glowing gems around it, kind of powering these sigils that light up as kind of like rich hoity-toity dwarves and their escorts kind of like walk through like. Well, anyway, so it's actually a one-of-a-kind replication of the original Quake Javelin manuscript. Very fashionable. Very, very nice to own one of those these days. I pass through the scan and you see people kind of like having long, like as they're stepping through like kind of these bars right here in the middle. You see they're kind of like holding their arms out as the mages are like kind of like scanning them, like patting, like a pat down essentially ahead of going in through the gates. As soon as you walk in, these two young dwarves, yes, I use the same token for all the clerks, sue me, sitting there at kind of like the help desks, kind of like the concierge a desk, kind of like look over to you, and in unison they go, "Hello, welcome to the Ivory Vault, the stronghold safe from assault. How can we help you today?"
That's sick.
um, uh, what do you all choose to do in this moment?
I think Ruby's taking point, right?
I'm sitting down in my hammock.
I don't know. I'd probably just walk in all confident. I feel like that's part of the best disguise, is just looking like you belong there. So just walk in boldly, head high.
Okay.
I pretend to
Okay.
make small talk with the people. I'm like, Hey, Joey has the kids, and like I don't know any of their names.
They're all just like looking at you funny, like, what the fuck who is this chick?
Probably know my name.
The
Where do you
short
go?
guy named Joey in the back. She knows.
I invite you to just move up to one of the desks that you would like to talk to. You are free to move.
Oh, you're just going.
Oh, that one.
We're
Oh,
going up
Wait.
there.
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna notice us
Well,
anyways.
these two people
Yeah,
were talking to
probably.
you, right? So you're supposed to go to one
Yeah.
of them.
Oh,
You got this. You got this.
I feel like we should go up to Tarek and be like, "Oh, problem here." I don't know.
Believe in Ruby. Believe in Ruby, guys. Give her this.
Okay.
I believe.
You see Tarek is mid shouting, goes, "Oh, hello there. Didn't notice you come in. What might the three of yous be doing here?"
Recently chosen, so and upstairs.
Oh, heading upstairs, are you? Well, maybe you might want to put in a strong word for me to the folks upstairs. They're not letting me. You see, he glares at the dwarf there, and the ring member directly behind the dwarf, serving as the clerk, looks up and assesses this situation. Goes, "Hey, why don't you tell the folks upstairs that I've recently done quite a decent favor for your organization, and it's frankly quite rude that you haven't heard of me." And you see that the hooded figure steps up and says, "Mr. Seabane, as we have been attempting to tell you, there is a bit of a situation set to occur today. We are greatly limiting the opening of accounts at this time. And as you have not filled out the appropriate applications and refused to give any identification or any sort of official papers and documents stating your uh, income and income. You talk my income. I'm a fucking pirate. All right. I don't keep a tidy set of receipts about all the gold that I've plundered from the decks of ships less worthy. And the hood goes, "We understand that, but this is a civilized and dignified institution. We do not simply open our gates to everybody who's willing to muscle their way in." And you see Tarek grabs you gruffly by the shoulder, Ruby, and kind of like pushes you up to the front and goes, "This lass right here is one of them chosen. Doesn't her word count for anything? Speak to my character. I'm rich."
We don't want him here, right? I'm just. I feel like he's a
No,
wild
this is
card.
all you,
But
Ruby.
maybe,
This is all you.
maybe,
Bring
maybe he
the
can help
action.
us.
This is all
Ruby.
Ruby's internal monologue.
Yeah.
Cheerleader.
Yes, he is very, very well off. Maybe Sasha. I feel like you'd be the type of person to maybe have some kind of record of
You
all
see
the things we plundered.
Sasha goes, "We keep a big book on the ship. It's mostly just drawings of the other ships that we've taken down with big X's on them.
Hmm.
Captain insists on filling it out, so when it comes to the plundered section, it just says gold, parentheses, lots O.
Hmm.
Uh, so there isn't any sort of like
No quick
kind of
looks or
proof of, yeah, that nothing quite. If only we had some kind of like super anal person aboard the ship who would be willing and perhaps even honored to perform some kind of function like that. Every ship needs one of those, I think.
yeah, we'd love to have someone like that too.
And you see the hooded figure as soon as you walk up. Ruby goes, "Miss Catherine Brunenville,
Present.
you have been awaited. I see you are not with your escort, Marisa."
She's up there. She's waiting for me.
Waiting for you. Right, and who are your companions?
We
Is
are
there
Miss Braun Anvil's personal guard and escorting her on the march to Mount Volca.
The hooded figure scans around, and you see kind of like nods over to the other one across the hall. This one as well begins to walk over, and you see the hooded figure talks to you. They kind of like whisper to each other briefly, exchange a nod, um, and this one goes out this way. Oh, I stretched him out. Gets dilated
Oh
via
no.
One down.
proximity to a black
Very
hole,
nice.
and just finishes up this way. Hooded figure turns back to you, Ruby, and says, "Your friends surely are formidable warriors, but the members of our organization will see fit to take care of you during the Red March. You will not be requiring them."
I mean, I guess we'll see about that, huh? I don't know what your position is. Do you have a nameplate?
No. The hooded figure does not have a nameplate.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Jim.
Hi, I'm Bob.
I'm
Welcome to the
assuming
ring.
that I'm assuming you're not high ranking if you're manning the desk. It's all good. We all gotta work our way up. But I'm gonna speak to Estelle about this, if that's quite all right with you.
You may absolutely speak with the lady, but your friends will stay here.
Then how will she know them if they stay here?
If you gain Lady Estelle's consent, then they will be sent up.
Hmm. Well, you know what? Maybe I don't want to be protected by the vaults. Maybe I'll just go out in the street, wait for an anvil to fall on me. Is that what you want?
I was warned that you would be combative. It seems that you and your mother share that trait in common. If you
We're
do
pretty-
not comply, he snaps his fingers, and the guards all snap to attention. You see Tarek, his hands kind of hover down to where Marsha is, his pistol, kind of like surveying the situation. All of a sudden, very quiet. Then we will take you back up with force. It was only through the kind words of a trusted member, Marisa, that you were allowed to leave these premises last night to begin with. If you refuse to play nice, after all, we are only here to protect your life and the life of the city that you represent. We will have problems.
So you're really going to risk hurting me, the chosen, rather than letting my compatriots up with you to the third floor? What's gonna happen? They're just 3 people against however many people you have up there.
Exactly. 3 people can be 3.
Yeah,
I
us
only
3.
count. I only count 2.
Us
I believe
3.
I believe
Us 3.
well, I believe she's counting Tarek, no?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm to be a guardian as well. Is that it?
Well, I thought that
Come
was a
on,
given.
Tarek. You don't think
We'd love
you
to
didn't
have
think
you
I
on
would
the
ask
team.
you?
Come on.
That's everyone.
Ruby, go ahead and give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Biggest persuasion check of your life.
No.
This is not gonna go well.
Oh wait, I'm just gonna do it twice.
Okay. Well,
Could be worse.
On an 11, the hooded figure says, There will be no compromising on this matter presently. Your friends will remain here. If they make any attempt to go through this gate, they will be seized and taken downstairs to the prison hold. You understand? You, of course, are free to join us whenever you wish.
Meaning I could go right now.
You come with me. I will escort you personally.
Or I could. Freedom implies choice.
Yes, the choice to stay here in this lobby until we are forced to come drag you to the Red March, or freedom to come with me now and play nice.
Let me just break the news to my people. You understand.
He nods, but there's a signal to the guards to move out this way towards the door. Where do you guys go to have this talk?
You're not gonna let them leave? They're not gonna let me leave.
No,
I'm not gonna let
we're-
you leave.
I see.
All right. So is what he is saying? Just so I understand, is he saying that we should stick around until we get permission to go up, or should we just
Yeah.
like leave? So
He's
we're
saying-
mill around
Here.
He's saying Ruby can go upstairs,
Mhm.
and if she manages to talk Estelle into it,
Mhm.
you guys can come up. But if you guys attempt to come up without Estelle's permission, you will be detained.
Okay, so what if guys,
I'm assuming you guys are doing this elsewhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We'll just pick a little. I don't know. The dagger to my throat and threaten to kill myself. Unless
Drastic. I don't think that's going to work. I think any resistance
Wild.
is going to end poorly. I think
Well, I think they would take all. I think they would maybe try to kill us and take you up by force, or
Yeah.
something.
I think you may have to actually
go up alone.
Or you could go up alone, and we can stay down here for a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
As long
a
as-
thought, but then how do we do this? Then Ruby would have to actually convince Estelle to let us up. Which I don't
Yeah.
think she would.
That's not gonna
Or-
happen.
We've
Or Marisa?
learned so far that Ruby sucks at talking.
Hey!
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Did you see what just happened? We were threatened, and that things could have been very poorly.
You could have done better. What would you have said, huh?
I am sure there's things you could have said in a better way. More so than that, you did also just walk over here and immediately recommend threatening to kill yourself as the next step, which
Yeah,
is
I said
far
it
from
for your ears only. You know, I wasn't.
right. Okay.
I didn't say that in front of the hooded figure number 1. Okay. Ugh. How about?
I don't think we can easily exchange the earrings right now, but that could be another option.
I will also note that the hooded figure is offering to escort you personally. The other one has already left.
So what you're saying? Once they're gone, both the ring members will be gone. So maybe there is an opportunity.
That guy's not leaving without you.
Right.
Unless you just kill everybody here, which is, I guess, an option. You wanted to really do that.
What if?
Madeline, your job's been done.
What if? Okay, the other one left. Ruby, you go up with this guy. Somehow,
Yeah.
Gallic gets out of the ring in his disguise and is like, Estelle gave her permission. You guys are free to come on. I don't know how you would get out subtly, but that's as
Well,
far as my
Sumo,
plan
we
is.
could say we will be back with another ring member to escort us up there, and we can
That's
leave the
true.
tower or like the vault,
Yeah.
and then come back with Gala in the outfit and be like, "Oh, we found one. He said we can go."
True.
Because we can leave, I think.
Yeah.
We
That
could
seems like our
leave,
best
and then
bet.
yeah, and then Gala, if you can convince them that you
But we say that after the first one leaves. After Ruby leaves,
Yeah.
then we tell the other guards, "Fine, we'll be back." Right.
do we try that?
Yeah, I think that's all we got.
Okay.
Gala's really good at Tom's
Yes.
Sounds
So
really good.
Very
what are we doing? We giving the ring to
Um,
Ruby and taking Gala up?
new.
game.
No.
Ruby's just gonna go with him for now.
Alok and I, with Gala in the ring, are I think gonna leave after Ruby and the hooded figure go up.
Okay.
And then so we're gonna leave, wait for a little bit, and come back and be like, "Look at this ring mem that we found."
What if they keep you though?
Or actually,
What if-
maybe we shouldn't say anything. Maybe Gala,
Yeah,
should
you guys
be
should just
like,
leave.
"Hi, I'm from the ring, and I said this was cool."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want them to detain you. I don't know what they're gonna do because they might try to detain you so that like they're like, oh well, your guard took off, so
We'll just have to see what happens. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't think there's any getting out of you going with this guy. I don't think we can.
right. But I'm gonna say, okay, well, I'll walk up to the hooded figure and be like, well, I don't appreciate this. I'm gonna give you peace of my mind once Estelle lets me bring my people up. So bring me to her. But also first, can you let my friends leave? They're
They're
not
free
just
to
in the
leave
lobby.
as they wish. And then the guards step aside for Gala and Alok and Suma to pass. So you guys can exit out of the vault for now. Ruby, the hooded figure looks at you and says, "I'm glad that you decided to choose reason. That is wise of you." And you
With
see
that, I'm gonna just sit on the floor.
choosing to be difficult. Understood? He
I want to be carried
walks.
upstairs.
Yeah, he walks around. 1 second. How long does this last? He waves a hand up at you. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
What?
My God.
I mean, you're actively resisting them when they just said that they're going to use force if you resist them.
On a 15, you feel yourself lift up into the air as the levitate spell is cast on you. And this ring member, literally just with his hand, is moving you slowly. Lifts you up from the ground. You're still like in a sitting position, basically. You feel your body become weightless as you rise a little bit into the air, and he just kind of like drags you up this way. Yes. Okay. And he's just gonna drag you up towards the up over here. As he pulls you closer to you, he kind of stands right here. And he says, "The moment you cross this, the spell will end. You will not be harmed, but you're going to make me cast it on you again."
I just would like to be carried. That's all. I mean, you could carry me however you wish.
I see. He, as soon as you cross the magic gate dispels the levitate spell. You lift gently towards the ground, and you see he picks you up. Actually, let me make him roll for
The
Okay.
armor.
He picks you up with you can hear him. But he only needs to carry you up this way, up through 15 feet. Then he sets you down gently, though. You notice that he is gentle with you, though very gruff. This guy is gone, not there. And he snaps his fingers, and in one of these large sentries, boom, 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 comes and then picks you up with great ease, and then hauls you off towards the teleporter.
Aw, hooded figure.
The hooded figure goes, that'll be enough. Goes back to his post, and the operator, who's this kind of meek looking dwarf, like, hi there, I'm Otto. This is mighty unusual. Does this normally happen? And the hood figure goes, hello, Otto. You'll be taking us up to the 3rd floor. Can you do that? That wasn't covered in the training. Well, think of this as trial by fire. Okay. So he looks over at you, goes, some guy didn't show up for his shift today, so I'm covering. Um, and you two are teleported up to the 3rd floor. Okay. We are going to cut you guys out here. We cut back
Well,
into
I slowed him down, guys.
we cut back in. Yeah, you guys will have quite some time to do what you need to do as Ruby and the hooded figure are sent upwards.
I guess we just walk outside, right? And then go to like
Yeah.
an alley or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yep.
secretive.
Yeah, you go upstairs, find a convenient alley to congregate in, and discuss your plan.
Pop out Gallet, right?
That went horrible.
Well,
Yes.
that turned
So the thing is-
south.
That was
very
about
fast.
But
as
this isn't
yeah.
horribly broken because if we do know that the ring themselves has access to bring us up, if you can pull it off.
I mean, the only question I have: we bring in Tark? I feel like we should.
I don't know if we
I think
can.
we should.
Can we?
All right,
oh,
we'll
that's
bring
right. No, we
Tark.
can because you're going to be disguising. So
Yeah,
we try to bring
well, I'm
Tarek.
already disguised.
He's a very good distraction. That's for sure. That's another
Great
person very good at catching eyes. So we bring him up. Also, will be helpful in the fight, probably. I think so this changes a little bit. The change now is that when I slink off, when they do the distraction, it'll be easier to not look suspicious if I have you with me as part of the ring, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's all.
Hopefully, no, us 3 should be fine. Those 2 should be able to take over that job. We can just promise them they get a cut in or something. We'll work with it.
Yeah.
If anything, Tark is sporadic, so I think he'll be with it. All right, let's go.
Basically, yeah. So all that's changed in the plan is that our backup plan of you coming out of the ring as the ring member is happening now, rather than later.
Let's go.
That's all that's changing. It's just the backup plan we already had. So
Yeah.
All right, let's go for it.
Hood up.
Okay,
I am
Hood
now
up.
hooded picture.
got it. Gallet, you come out of the ring, and you guys are able to enter back inside the. Yeah, how are you playing this?
I'm strutting forward ahead of them 2 steps. I am walking with confidence and an annoyed look, like, oh my god, I wasn't supposed to be the one doing this today, but like, new orders.
As you actually come up, you notice that Seabane and Sasha are no longer there.
All
And
right,
the
well,
time it takes you to discuss the plan and get ready for it, they've either been taken up to open an account, or they've left, or you're not sure what they're doing.
all right. I continue striding forward. I don't even
Okay.
until someone stops me. I own the place.
As you walk up, the vault guards cross their halberds in front of you. One of them, the one directly to your left, says, "Sorry about that, sir. But didn't you get the memo?"
New orders from Estelle. Bring them. She's being difficult upstairs.
Give me a deception check.
For the love of God, give me this.
We have Portland, and it is.
I'm gonna have to unfortunately use my inspiration.
Okay.
Do I get another roll then?
Yes. Okay. The guard looks at you and he says, "Interesting. Yes. Guess that conversation went faster than I thought it would." They pull the halberds back, and they go, I'm assuming you know they'll still be subject to the usual searches and whatnot. That part's non-negotiable. All right. You are free to walk through. As you guys walk through Suma and Alok, you see the vault mages kind of like hover their hands over you, like a general like detecting what magical items you may have on you. Um, so what stuff? Primarily just your weapons, right? And Suma's arcane focus would be kind of lighting up. Yes, Gallet.
Question. The spell that Suma learned to make ring not thing.
Yes.
If she casts that, or he casts that on the bag of holding, could we not just place everything in it?
Perhaps.
Would Suma have done that?
Um, let's see. Oh
You
wait,
paid good
did
money for that spell, so I hope that.
Aha,
Well-
yes, I would have had spell slots for it yesterday, so I would have done that before we went to sleep, and it lasts for 24 hours.
Which spell is this?
Great.
The storage one?
Non-seeming.
The,
Oh, Nystul's magic aura.
Yeah, so it makes a magical object appear non-magical. I think that's what I'm doing, right?
Okay, yeah. So, and you're storing all. Are you storing all your weapons in the bag of holding then?
That's up for them, but I mean, that would have been the smart. I'm not, because I was expecting to be in the ring, but them, yeah. I'd hope.
I mean, I don't. Would it be like suspicious as adventurers to have magical items?
You'd be confiscated of them.
Is that what they do?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
Yeah,
weapons.
then
do
yeah.
they take them away when you go up?
You're not sure what is about to happen.
I think it's extremely safe to assume that the security check in a bank would take your weapons.
Fair. In
Well,
that case,
if we were
I
told
would
about this ahead
put
of time,
everything in there.
I would
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Okay. Then, all that shows up as magical is probably Alok's cloak, that you're
Yeah.
still wearing. Maybe an arcane focus on Suma. If you have your glasses, right?
Yeah, my
Is your arcane focus?
glasses. Yeah.
Your glasses would
Yeah.
show up. The mages go, more magical than we are used to, but keep an eye on them. To you, Gallet. And you guys are able to pass through with that 17 deception. Cool. So you guys walk up here, past the gate. As you do, it crackles around you, and all concentration spells effects as soon as you pass through are ended. Luckily, Nystul's magic aura is not a concentration spell, in case that comes up later. You pass through, the thing washes over you.
My cloak change? Because
Your
I don't know if it has a
cloak-
default color. Like a base
Your
color.
cloak reverts back to the most garish shade of magenta you could imagine.
No.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
I need to get rid of this.
You guys pass through, and as soon as you enter into this next room, you watch as the sentries, like, all kind of like eye you, though they do not take any immediate action. Notably, you see, along the walls are these floating arcane eyes. All of them, for some reason, are looking directly up at the ceiling.
Oh, weird. Is Otto here? Or did he go with them?
He's there. He's just sitting there.
I just snap my fingers. Otto,
Uh,
let's go. We're going up.
how did you know my name?
I've been here a lot long enough to know the new people. Let's go. We're bringing 2 people.
Two people where?
The direction that Cathra just went. Do you not remember?
Who's Cathra? The Chosen?
Yeah, yes, the Chosen. Hurry up, Otto. Come on. I know it's your first day.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Speaking of Otto, how do you forget to have a name tag on? So that's how we do.
Oh my god, wait.
No.
Do I have to use a 4 to make that slightly higher? That would only be 2 higher.
Was it like
I
13?
could use my. No, I couldn't because there's no magic, right?
Yeah.
I guess I
The
am
null
stuck
site
with.
isn't in effect, right?
Let's see where this goes. An 11.
I mean, I
That's
have an
I'm gonna get.
inspiration.
He's just a
What are we
little guy.
persuading? We're persuading him to bring us up.
It just bring us.
Just that just that what you are saying is what you're saying. I guess if you want to switch out the deception, which it is, um uh you may use that if it's a higher modifier, but I think it's the same
No,
for you.
persuasion is the highest.
I have an
I have
inspiration. If we think we
expertise.
need it, I can give it to you. I think.
If you can give me it, man, I'm using whatever it can be given.
I
This is
think
pretty
we
important.
probably need it. So I'll give you my inspiration. That's right.
Can you?
Can I do that? I don't know how. I thought we'd done that in the past, but I don't know.
I'll allow it, but use deception.
Like, God.
I'm never giving you anything. Ever. Wait, that.
So great at like the face of the group, man. I'm great.
You see Otto goes I could try, but there's just something about this doesn't seem right. In the handbook it says, and you see he's not like suspicious of you. He's more like so soft-minded that the pressure of that you're putting on him right now is breaking him a little bit.
Aww.
In the sense that like this is his first day, and like people are not usually supposed to go all the way up to the 3rd level, right? For a ring member to do that, it's a pretty special occasion, and for it to happen twice really in quick succession is setting off some alarm bells in his head, but he can't really put his finger on it.
Okay, I'm
Otto.
gonna put my
Oh, go on if you have something.
I'm gonna put my hand on Otto's shoulder. Just breathe, kid. Just breathe. I know it's your first day. How was training? Was it rough for you?
Yeah, they kind of just sped me through a lot of it. Uh, I don't know. I just it's a really high pressure job, and my parents kind of
No, it's
pressured me
fine.
into it.
It's fine. You're doing great. Right now, we just need to get us 3 up. I know that's a big ask of you, and if you need a few moments to gather yourself, that's fine. It's your first day. But you can do this, Otto.
Hey, I'll do my best. And you see, go ahead and give me another persuasion check.
Please, for the love of God.
Okay.
Okay.
On this one, Otto goes, all right. Clicks into the key, and this like massive central console like kind of opens up, like exposing a keyhole. He like has to like jam it in there and like turn it with both hands. The whole thing spins around you. The runes kind of lift up, sigils like glowing, rise up from the floor, and you are catapulted outwards through somewhere. Alok, as you guys briefly cut through kind of a pocket space in order to reach the 3rd level, go ahead and give me a perception check. On a 12, you don't see anything. It happens so fast. But you are aware as you come out on the other side that a very deep presence is lingering around the Avery Vault. The tendrils of Madeline's influence are not far. We're gonna cut now to where Ruby is. Let's bring you over, just Ruby, up here. Ruby, you and the hooded figure emerge. Can you see okay? Is like the dynamic lighting working okay? Yeah, you're muted. By the way, you emerge out here. The hooded figure says, "Took us long enough to finally get you wrangled back here, but luckily, you were willing to come of your own accord. I will warn you, though, there's not a chance in hell Estelle is going to allow you to bring anybody not of the ring along with you to the Red March. The moment you were chosen in these halls, you became our property.
Gross. Also, is he am I like being levitated right now or like
Not currently, no.
well I'm still sitting. Ground then. Like, I wouldn't underestimate what I can do. Does she already have people picked out or does it not matter? Like anybody in the ring.
Oh, she has people specifically picked out to complement your personal skill set and general attitude.
Do you know anyone about do you know anything about these people?
You'll meet them when it's time. I know that.
But you were not chosen.
No, I was
Mm.
advised that I would find your general attitude deeply distasteful, and that
Mm. So you were
maintaining composure would be difficult again around somebody as infuriating as you.
oh, that sounds slightly rude. Daniel, can
Well,
I call you Daniel?
that's not my name. It's
Well,
Jonas.
oh, Jonas. Right.
Brother.
Right.
I'm spinning the wheel.
Right.
Okay. Uh,
We
sorry, I
have fun.
couldn't. I had to. Um, you may proceed down the hallway. Estelle is awaiting you. She's already been informed.
Can you lead the way? I mean, I'm so dumb. Like maybe I'll get lost or something. Who knows? I'm old chosen like me.
This will be interesting. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Why is he attacking me?
On a 25, he attempts to cast suggestion on you and it fails. His suggestion was just
Jonas.
walk forward.
Jonas.
You see, he's getting a little bit frustrated. And he says,
Is that why you were assigned to the desk? Because they knew you couldn't handle me?
"Shut up! I was assigned to the desk because I love desks. I love the desks down there. They're very well made. I happen to have a passion for interior design, and the
Jonas,
entry hall is a masterwork of it."
I think you're in the wrong profession. I mean, just the passion you show talking about desks this entire time I've known you. I've never
I'm in
seen.
the exact right profession. You ungrateful. And you watch as he raises a hand, and you can tell he's about to cast like a more offensive spell on you. And another ring member from down the hall just counterspells it.
Oh,
Jonas, that will be enough from you, I believe. It was a mistake to place you in such a position so public facing.
no, Jonas.
You would be Madame Bonanville, is that correct?
Yes, although you probably wouldn't be able to guess that from the rude treatment that I've received.
You see this new one walks forward and then bows deeply to you. My very deepest apologies to you, Madame. As you can see, Jonas over here has a very short temper. Can I fetch you a drink or anything of the sort?
He like pushed me. Did you see that? I'm on the
Pushed you?
ground. Yeah.
No, 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 Jonas. Estelle, the lady will hear about this one. And Jonas just like, and like stomps away.
Oh wait, but I wanted him to. Well, as punishment, I believe I don't need beverages. You guys can just escort me to Estelle. What we're here for, right? And I just start walking down the
You
hallway.
start walking forward.
Yeah.
Great. They follow in your footsteps. They kind of keeping an eye on you as you travel up. Go ahead and just move yourself up. I'll move them behind you.
See, Jonas, doesn't have to be so hard.
As you walk, you hear the sounds of like music playing in these halls. You hear the sound of like glasses clinking, ale being drank, people singing along to songs. But even as you hear this kind of like liveliness around you, you feel a sense of great tension in the air. Everyone's nervous. Nobody's quite ready. Nobody knows what's gonna happen next. The hooded figures travel behind you. Do you do
Is
anything as
there-
you walk up the hallway other than walk?
Maybe I'll comment on the vibe and be like, is something going on? It seems kind of even more downcast than it usually is around here. It's a long
Well,
holiday.
there is a sense of trepidation, of course. The red marches today, as there have been all these attacks. I just think that everybody is ready for battle. In fact, every ring member currently in the facility has been instructed to arm themselves and ready themselves for the fight of a lifetime.
The
We
fight of a lifetime.
we we have been informed that something may be coming soon, which will require our full fighting prowess. So
That's all you know. They just told you something. Like they sent you a memo, but it just said something is coming.
yes, a memo was sent. We
That happens twice.
Am I being too mean to these people?
You're
Yeah,
being
a
rude.
little bit.
That's
Mean
all that
enough.
matters.
Honestly, you don't really need to feel that bad. He said that you were property. I think that's a
Yeah,
that's
crossing
pretty
the
asshole.
That's
They're
line.
pretty
also,
rude.
they're also part of the ring. So
Yeah.
because
My plan right now is just to have them all go with me, so no one's around when you guys get out.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah, that's
plan.
great.
You are
Yeah.
becoming like a somewhat of a thorn in their side, at least.
That's right. He has one fewer spell slot, and
So
the other guy
Sure.
too.
So with our current situation,
Personal?
is Suma going to be going to the doors with us then? So it's going to be all three of us?
Yep.
Should I? Okay.
I mean,
That's
I don't know
what
what
you
else he'd be
Unle-
doing.
Unless like there needs to be a distraction of any kind, but honestly speaking, then I think it's gonna be my turn to switch for a distraction. I think at this
you
point,
are better at distracting, and maybe I
Yeah.
should go with Alok. Also, I can help investigate, and
Keep in mind, you
yeah,
have the
and
Noah
it's
Slate
your
ring.
daughter. Or if you're gonna
And
try to stay as
yeah.
3, if something comes up, I'll try to handle it.
Gallet
At the
does
very
have...
least, I've been rolling like crap recently, it seems, but
I mean,
I
that's
still
just
have
luck.
suggestion. So
Oh no.
oh no.
oh,
no, it's fully gone. Who has the Sunny Stones? I think it's Suma and
No, I don't have it.
Ruby and
Alok.
Alok.
Ruby and Alok. Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
fine. The
But we
earrings
just
were
don't-
on Suma and
We
Gallet.
can't use it. We can't use it till
That's fine. Let's
Madeline
go.
next time.
Now Gallet has the Noah Slate ring. Do we want to give that to?
The reason I want to keep it for now is the sending. Well, not sending, but suggestion.
Would we want to give you the distraction though? Because one, Estelle.
No,
might notice you
I'm
for
not
that.
saying that like we should never swap up. I'm just saying as of right now, until we get to the door, having the ring on me means I can cast suggestion. And
Mhm.
since I have such a crappy roll for portent, I can make someone lose against suggestion. So that's like almost a guaranteed.
Right. So my then wonder is,
So we're gonna try to stay at 3. So
Okay.
I move to that door if we can. If something comes up, I'll try to handle it.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think that'll.
And if there's no need and like Suma can do something, we give Suma ring. Actually, no, you need ring.
Oh, his computer blue screened. Oh wow,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
It looks like it was coming back pretty fast though. So
Yeah.
it was already on 85%.
Alok, do you need the ring to use your amulet? Did we decide?
We talked about that. He said no,
No, okay.
I believe. That is weird though. That means my amulet bypasses the magical notification, right?
And well,
What is it that strong? Like, I don't know. Did we talk about that? Because I asked him if it counted as casting a spell to get rid of invisibility. I don't think I talked about the Noah site.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. So it can be used, right?
Well, we talked about with the invisibility. I don't know if we talked about with the Noah site.
I don't think we specifically asked.
Yeah.
Maybe
feel
you
like
just
we
have to
did.
like see if you can
Did
feel
we?
Oh
it.
well. We'll be
don't-
fine.
I don't think we did. Well, I guess if we get there and I can't use it, you can just give me the ring. 'Cause we're right there.
And if Alok and I are going to the doors, should I get my stuff out in case Madeline shows up so that I don't have to spend?
If we can get
When we
I
have
know
a
for the
moment, we're
distraction.
all
Yeah, yeah.
getting our stuff. We
Yeah,
are
'cause I
all
would also
getting
like
our
my
stuff.
Yeah.
When there is a moment where we are alone.
Great.
I
And
also
Hopefully we'll be alone when we
I
get
did
Remind
notice.
me- What?
Go on.
Oh, just remind me that I need to turn on the mirror for you.
Okay, you're right. I did notice. Remember, it doesn't really matter too much because I plus 10, but I don't have advantage on my stealth. So if I need to be like the one to stealth for any reason alone, I might want the ring for that. If you guys think it's important to have advantage, just because plus 10's nice, but
Wait, why do you not have advantage anymore?
because it was from my cloak, the magic item.
Yeah, but doesn't it just reset?
I don't
Like,
have the
you
ring,
didn't-
so I can't use magic items.
Oh, okay, so that's how it works. Okay.
I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure it just nullifies all of their effects, right?
That's what I assumed.
I guess.
I don't know. The way he explained it was a little confusing.
Yeah,
'cause it
no,
was pretty
it's,
broad.
I got it.
So
We'll
Or-
see
or
when we
rather
get there.
big.
It's a plus 10. What are the chances that you have an extremely high expertise thing and then it fails?
true.
Super low.
Hmm.
Super low.
I also, for the record, still have an inspiration and a 14.
Okay, I'm back.
portent. Hi.
Welcome.
My computer literally blue screened.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is annoying.
Unfortunate.
Hopefully
Hopefully
that's not a bad sign of things to come. Not in D&D.
Yeah.
Not in D&D, I mean like for your
Oh,
actual
man.
computer. Like hopefully your computer's fine.
Yeah.
But also for D&D.
Where the fuck were we?
Madeline literally just attacked.
Right. So Madeline kills everybody.
Well, actually, while you were gone, we stole everything.
Slightly
Successful.
before that, Ruby, you are let into the next room. They hand you off, kind of like let you pass through. These horrific ring members step aside, and you are escorted in. You see Marisa is chilling at one of these chairs, eating a sandwich. Estelle is at the head. You see before you the three of the boxes that exactly like the ones that Titus was kept in. And you see the kind of the clan symbol of the Silverborn clan, the Goldborn clan, and the Mithlin clan. You also see Talia Blackstone. Let me kind of drag her up here. You see the Blackstones are there as well.
Where is she?
Hold on. You see Petra and Garrett Blackstone are there. Talia is kind of like sitting here by Marisa, kind of just chilling. Her head is down. She does not look ready for today's events. Estelle goes, Castle Bonenville.
Hey.
It is good to see you have returned to us.
And I would, didn't I? Or Marisa said I would. So.
And Marisa gives you a look. And she just gives you a quick wink. You see Estelle says, Now, I have been informed
Mhm.
that you are unwilling to accept the aid of the ring to be your escorts. That would be a deeply unwise decision.
Oh really? What's your wisdom? um I just think that it's unusual, or in your words, unwise to have people guard me that I've never met.
Oh, that will not be strictly necessary. They will not be guarding you per se. Well, I suppose you will see. I need you to give me
Mm,
see, give me. Let me check something.
More mean
Or
like
me.
your corpse.
Oh, I think I might know.
1 second. I just want to.
Or maybe it's a massive curveball, like, hey, we all put you in a massive dome and we're gonna roll it up the hill.
I think that might be kind of close. We think about what we've seen so far.
Yeah. But mine's funnier.
Go ahead and give me 5 Constitution saving throws.
Oh,
my god.
that's
Oh,
weird.
sorry, Wisdom saving throws. 5
Okay,
Wisdom.
that makes more
saving.
sense. But still weird.
Okay. Oops.
I had to check to see if it was Wisdom or
Chest.
Constitution, and I read Wisdom and then still fucked it up. Okay.
Yo. Aw.
Come on, why'd you even hype her up? You knew that
Wait.
That
We
was
still
Gal-
got
that was
poor
on-
int if she wants to use it.
that was Tylen's fault, and she
Wait,
can't.
can
show
I use
them-
porn?
she doesn't
I
have the
can't.
ring.
Yeah.
You don't have the ring.
Oh,
Gal has it.
yeah, crud. I always
She
forget
would have
that.
succeeded on all of them if you didn't hype her up.
No, I was getting so hyped, man.
Ruined it.
Almost poetically, as the 4 ring members around you raise up their hand to collectively cast Hold Person on you, you fight off all 4 with great success. However, as Estelle raises her hand to do the same, you feel your body seize up. And you see she brings down one of these boxes. You hear the sloshing of the water inside of it. It comes down in front of you, and you are lifted up and set down inside. You feel the water come up your ears. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird now.
Oh, hold on, I can't hear you
Now
now.
we
no,
can't. Now we
no.
can't hear you.
It started using your, I believe, your headset mic, or that's not what you know.
Guys.
How about now?
There you
How
go.
about now?
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. Good.
Okay. You are set inside of this box, and you see the person who like finally lifts, like kind of carry, like is levitating, like the lid of it is Marisa, who looks down on you. As she lowers it down, she again gives you a look. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
This is a reverse heist. It's a kidnapping and a heist.
On a 23,
Yo, natural.
Marisa gives you a look on a nat 20 that reads, "Don't worry. Trust me. I'm gonna get you out of this."
I blink back at her. Hey, no worries.
The lid settles down, and you hear footsteps around you as spells are being cast, those same enchantments from before. But as kind of like those same enchantments and like chains are like kind of placed around the box, you feel you remain conscious. Unlike what happened with Titus and Aliceris in the past, some final component of the spell or of this process is not used so that you are fully conscious. And though you are inside this box, you feel the paralysis wear off, as it was only placed there so that you could be subdued to be placed inside of here. Presumably, this process would have, taken away your ability to respond the way Titus was kind of just suspended there, in kind of mid animation or suspended animation. You feel yourself being lifted up and carried to the back end of the room, presumably with the rest of the Chosen. Despite it all, you can still hear. You hear Estelle go, "Well, minus the annoying poetry fellow. So that does take care of all of the chosen, minus yourself as well, Madame Talia. Preparations are complete. Marisa, you are sure you will be able to handle this Madeline? Marisa goes, I guarantee it. We cut back down. With Otto's help, the rest of our party is teleported up to the same level. We're all here now. I'm gonna drag you guys here. Suma, Gallet, and Alok. You each appear right there. Um, there is nobody. You can see these figures at the far end of the hall. I actually don't know if you can see that far. So maybe you can't actually see that far.
Is there lighting in the hallway? Or...
There is. Did it get deleted?
No, like we can see. But
I
if, there,
think
if
it
there's
would
light,
if
if there's
you-
light, then we will be
we
able
can
to see
see
them.
it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, there's some dim lights around the hallway. In this immediate moment, you notice that the teleport does make a sound. Like the activation of it is not like a quiet, like it's like the teleporter can be heard. What is your like immediate reaction the moment this happens? Like the moment you arrive.
Is Otto looking at us, or is
Otto
Otto
does
not
not
here?
come with you.
Okay, immediately my hands twitch out to my side and on both of them, and I cast invisibility on both. It's
You
just
guys
me.
immediately go. Oh, the two of you go invisible. Alok and Suma. Gallet, dressed as a ring member, you are by yourself, visible to everybody around you. Suma and Alok, in the cover of invisibility, what do you do?
Go. So...
I just sit close to where I think you were last, and I guess start moving. Well, we have to at least move into this sort of cross section, right?
Yes.
To go.
I imagine we swing around until we find each other, and then we just lock, probably like arms or something. And...
Don't forget you
Yeah.
need to arm yourselves.
Oh yes, we
Who
take.
has the bag holding? Is it Gallo or Suma, right?
I think. I don't remember. I don't think we
Didn't
said.
the bag of holding go to Alok? Wasn't
Yeah,
that
it went to
whole
Alok.
conversation?
It went to
Oh,
Alok had read it
right.
today.
But you
Oh,
okay?
did it? Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay, great.
So, yeah.
Question, Chino.
Yes.
If I take off the ring, does that lose it concentration?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. And I have
For
to.
now.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to have to make a distraction so they can use the doors because the hooded figures are probably looking over here.
Yes.
Yeah,
The mirror,
as
the
you
mirror.
come
Right
out, you
there.
see they come out and they go. One of them goes, "Now wait a minute. Who might you be?"
I am Zaz. I woke up a bit late. Please don't tell Estelle.
Zaz, who woke up late. That's very interesting. Because Estelle's orders were very clear. All ring members stationed on Pelea were to be meet here, minus those at their positions in the front desk. And both those individuals have already come up.
I am so sorry. I did not even get that memo. See, and I try to get like a little bit closer just to like try to make it like even lower from the other people. Like I'm trying to keep this down low. Look, there's a guy that got me in with Shamat, and he usually was the one that told me these things. He hasn't been showing up for so long. I don't know if I'm supposed to go to a second person to get my orders nowadays. No one's really told me on the process.
You are answering to Shamet. Is that what you were saying?
I was. I usually just went to him for like answers, but he's been silent.
While Gal is having this conversation, Suma and Alok, what are you doing?
You better guys go. This is not gonna go well.
Alok, I'm gonna follow your lead.
Alright, I imagine you keeping my items at this point, so we have our stuff, right?
Yes.
You have your
yeah.
stuff. You have
Okay.
time to do
So I
that
give
before
it to
they
you,
immediately
yes.
look over.
Alright. Time to
I'll just be holding like your
stealthy boy.
cloak or something.
I will I guess we'll stealth.
Yes.
Both of you give me stealth checks with advantage.
Okay.
Vision. Okay. Completely invisible, you all stalk forward. You pass Galad as he's mid-explaining how he was best buddies with Shamit once upon a time, and that he used to take orders from him. You see, Galet, that one of the hooded figures kind of like pulls back. The one that's been talking to you pulls back their cloak. You see, they are a half elven person. They have like this deep, like dark blue hair braided in a knot at the back. You spy what you presume is a magical sword kind of strapped to their side. Their fingers are like kind of like flexing on it, gripping it tightly. And I don't know if you can sense where Suma and Alok are, like where your magic is going, but I think that you're able to kind of give Gallet a quick tap to be like, all right, we're passing you. You get the sense that you have bought some time. However, the person who drew back their cloak says, I was friends with Shamet once upon a time, before his name was Shamet.
That's amazing to hear. What was he like?
What was he like before he was Shamet?
Yeah, he didn't talk to me that much. He talked about like weird powers as a just in case, but like I it's hard to talk to him. He's a
Well,
he's a bit scary.
I can tell you that he was deeply untrusting of others. Many ring members who are sent out into the field are sent in pairs. He was always reluctant to participate in these activities. Rastik was chosen to be
The
his
guy's
partner
name.
only because, well, are you pretending to be him, by the way? Or just
Rusty.
another person?
Well, I said my name was Zaz.
Daz, okay, right. And he says, it's interesting. Shamet was confirmed to have died a few weeks ago. Do you know anything about that?
What? I tried to do like the most like shocked, hurt puppy look. No,
Give me a deception check.
not Shabbat. Please, please, please.
On a 21.
I start crying a little bit.
Hmm,
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He just got me the job. I'm very thankful. I finally have something I can feel sort of proud about doing. It
I,
gives me
s-
some
I
purpose.
see. You are not a member of the ring. That much is clear.
What do you mean?
We
Was it
all
not official?
know, we all know, we are all informed of new inductees. We're aware of each other in our ranks. And I don't know if you remember, but when you guys interrogated the corpse, with Speak with the Dead, he did say that. He did say that all the ring members all know who the other ring members are. Um, uh, and you see, he says, but I can see that you did know Shamet. You grieve for him.
Was I not official? What was Shamat doing? Wait, am I not actually part of the ring?
Perhaps,
Oh, and
perhaps
I feel
he was attempting to induct you and was skirting around some of the finer points of the intended process.
I mean,
Tell me, why is it you wish to join the ring?
I I was told that I could help Palea. I was told, I I grew up pretty poor on the streets, and just one day found Shamat. He got real drunk. We started talking, told him my life story, and he said he could help. Said he
Oh,
could
that
help give me purpose.
that is very out of character for him.
It was pretty strong wine.
But I suppose that
Well, not wine. It was ale.
perhaps this speaks to your exemplary character. Come, I will take you to meet our leader.
I'm
And
sorry. I didn't get your name. I'm Zaz.
Zaz. It's very nice to meet you. I am Damaska.
Amaska. Lovely name.
Come, I will take you to Lady Estelle. I believe she'll be very intrigued by your commitment and devotion. In times like these, the ring is not in want, is always in want of new recruits. If you can demonstrate that you show potential to help us in our ranks, then perhaps you work something out. If,
Really fair.
however, you do not, we will kill you.
Oh,
Uh,
that's
um,
rough.
and Damask is going to lead you towards where Estelle is. Alok and Suma, while this is happening, what do you
Yeah.
guys do? On a 21, he's never gonna believe you're a part of the ring because he knows that that's impossible.
Yeah.
But he
I'm,
believes
I'm going for
you.
the Shamat did something like that's not allowed, and I've just sort
Yeah,
of been like dumb
yeah,
throughout the entire purpose.
yeah. He definitely doesn't think you're one of them, but he's like, ah, what? This guy's kind of fun. I mean, we can kill him afterwards. Whatever. I'll take him to see Estelle. Why the fuck not?
See.
He's kind
Play
of
with your
cute.
food before you eat it.
Alok and Suma, where do you guys go?
Yeah, so back to the, actual mission.
Meanwhile,
Delve
in the
forward.
plot,
Yes.
He's helping us a lot, actually. It's a lot of guards.
For sure.
We are just gonna make our way to the red door. So, yeah. So I know which door it is, right? Like A-Lock does.
okay. Move.
Yeah. Are these guys looking towards the hallway? Like, looking down the hallway towards us?
They are, but you see that they're actually mid conversation with
Okay.
Marisa at the moment, and you watch as Marisa goes, now, boys, I'm gonna go make some preparations. Thanks. And as she walks forward, you see her eyes flicker directly to the both of you. She stands still for a moment, just looks at the two of you, like makes eye contact.
Give a thumbs up.
Can
And yeah, you're gonna do something?
can,
Yeah.
can I don't know if she can see it, but it feels like she has maybe see invisibility or something on. So just in case, can I like do a sort of hand gesture thingy to indicate we want everyone to be drawn away from like have everyone's gaze drawn away from us somehow.
You see, she laughs to herself. It's like there's that whistle, like phew, sheesh.
Yeah.
And turns on her heels.
Okay.
Actually, before she does that, she looks at you, looks around, does something with her hands, and you see she traces on her forehead the mark of the chosen, and then jerks a finger behind her.
Okay.
And then goes, actually, boys, I changed my mind. I want to run the drill one more time. I'm going to gather everyone up. You ready for that? Yes? Perfect. And then she drags these two down here. And as she passes the two of you, you see her smile and then like talk really, really loudly to the figures. I think you guys actually have to like press yourselves up against the walls because they wouldn't walk in a single file line. They would walk out this way, but it's a 5-foot space, so you guys can kind of like press yourself up like that. You feel like like a little brush of their cloaks kind of swish against your legs as they pass. Marisa comes down this way. We'll see Gal in a moment. Elok and Suma, you are in the clear at the moment.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. I'll try the amulet, see if it can open the door.
I think that you are aware from the last time that you did this was when you entered the plane of Earth to find Portia solo. You figure you open the portal, you're gonna have to take Suma with you. You might need to be grabbing onto Suma.
We've been grabbing or holding each other this whole time. So now we
Hold each
just-
other's hands, a quick squeeze perhaps.
Aw.
You invoke the amulet. In the instant, your invisibility vanishes. Marisa's talking really, really loudly and making a scene, and the door, like the bricks, like kind of fold into themselves, like diagonally in fucking the first Harry Potter movie. And you see like a little like a pulsating void beckon to you. With deep breath, you take that leap of faith and step through. You enter into a pure white room. There is a window, but outside of it, there is only more blank whiteness. Everything is this stark white color. There is no source of light, and yet it feels almost blinding in here a little bit. It takes your eyes a moment to adjust to the light. You see a writing desk that has been is completely empty. You see a bed roughly the size of a child might be able to lay down in, like a little twin bed in the corner, white sheets, perfectly made, looking almost as if no one has ever slept there. A white table with a cloth on it, 2 chairs, and a strange contraption catches your eye to the side of the room. It's so bare and stark that this one thing catches your eye. It is a large, like, runic contraption with like a little like thing up like hangs overhead. Dangling down from it is like on like coiled wires made of brass and covered in arcane sigils is this almost like this like helmet looking apparatus. And there's 2 of these helmets kind of like dangling down, like set adrift slightly by just the breeze of you guys whooshing in through the portal, and all sorts of like wires and attachments that seem to be like biometrics that could hook up to your body, kind of like discarded on the ground, unused. Another thing that catches your eye is a single white flower pot in which is a wilted flower and in the soil. As you step in here, there is, at this moment, no sign of Suli.
Mhm.
What do the 2 of you do while you're in here?
But this
First
is your
things
stuff.
first, take a look at that contraption, I think. Start out with the obvious.
Indeed. You look up at it. Give me an investigation check.
I will help
Okay.
with this.
On a 17, Suma, you find inside one of the helmets is kind of tangled up in there a strand of Suli's hair. You recognize the shade. She has been here. She isn't here right now, but she has been here.
Any
On
sign of who wore
17,
the second helmet?
On that as well, you notice that the helmets are of roughly different sizes. One to accommodate a younger sized skull, and another one much older, a fully grown adult. If you had to hazard a guess at the heights at which they are kind of situated, the other one likely would have fitted Yeska's.
So, do we know what this does? Or do you know? Seems kind of
I don't
weird.
know. Can I?
Give me
Can I
an
see? Yeah,
Give me
Arcana. I
an
guess.
Arcana check.
I would help, but I don't know if Alok can help with that.
Give me an Arcana. Alok can give you a medicine check.
Okay. Ah, yes.
On a 14 Arcana check, Suma, there is in the language of the runes that you can decipher some means of transference of magic through these apparatuses. And I think I'm just gonna borrow that 17. Some of these tubes have blood in them.
Nast.
As if blood may have been a thing that was attempted to be transferred as well.
Sure. um. Is there are there any like containers or like sort of bases of power to this thing? Like
Yeah, there's like a
I don't
little
know,
like
like a
kind of like
console or
center
anything?
console. There's definitely like a center console that seems to be able to be activated.
And this is a long shot, but I don't know if because this is an interdimensional space, does the nullicite still work in here?
You feel in this space your magic return to you. Your control of the weave. You feel it.
I'm not going to use anything because I don't want to break the invisibility. But
Oh, it didn't mine
I-
break when I opened the...
Yeah,
Yours broke.
yeah.
Alok's broke.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we're
it
already-
did,
we're
okay.
screwed there.
Don't
Oh,
forget to turn
okay.
on your mirror because you can use it now.
Right.
in that case, if we're not worried about that, because we already kind
Well,
of...
we're worried about it, but...
Well, I mean, we're
There's
worried
nothing
about
we can
it,
do
but
about it.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
In that case, I will identify the console and the machine.
With your identify spell, you gather that. Are you gonna ritually cast it and take the 10 minutes?
I have to try that because actually, no, hang on, scratch that. I'm gonna keep investigating the rest of the room first. If we have time, I'll try that because I didn't prepare it as an instant
Oh
spell.
no, I don't think we have that much. That's a lot of time.
That's 10 minutes.
That's
You
a
think
lot
I'm gonna
of
hold them
time.
off for
That's a lot of
10?
time, yeah.
We do not have that time.
Well, then we're just gonna have to do the rest of the room first because I feel like Suma feels like he kind of can infer what the purpose of this is, but he wants to find anything else that might be in the room. So I'll just keep investigating.
Yeah,
for now
can I
and then-
investigate as well?
Yes. Both of you give me, or one of you give me with advantage.
Do you want to each make one? Just
Yeah,
for
sure.
fun.
Wow, you suck.
Wait, I want to use
You
my
suck.
inspiration.
Yeah.
This is my
Okay.
daughter we're talking about.
There we
That's
go.
great.
Fittingly, Suma, in your long, long search for your daughter, this is the closest lead you have ever had. She has been in this room. It is difficult to tell how long ago, but this is a definite location where she was held for a considerable amount of time. The complete lack of any evidence here drives you perhaps a little mad. Go ahead and give me just a quick... No. Your thoughts, you scramble around, you pull open drawers, you look at everything. This place has been wiped clean for the most part. And then it hits you that the only thing here that is really out of place is this singular flower pot. What would Suma do with it?
What kind of flower is it?
It's a wilted What flower would the last thing Suli ever said to you was, "Let's go pick the
Mhm.
flowers together." What kind of flower would that have been? I'll throw it back at you.
Sure. I think okay, so you know how a crocus like grows out from beneath the snow. I feel like there's a Palayan equivalent, but it's
Under
a
the
crocus
ash.
that grows out from underneath the ash.
Got it. You look upon it. It is that exact same kind of flower. It is wilted now, but strikes you as peculiar. Because, to your knowledge, Suli's memories and identity should have been wiped entirely when it was taken from her by the shard.
Mhm.
But she must remember something if this is the flower she chose. Out of the infinite varieties Yeska could have
Mhm.
procured for her.
And it's wilted at the
It's
moment.
wilted, so you know that it has been unattended for enough time, but not enough time that it's turned to dust. You gather with a 25 investigation, she could have been here as recent as a few weeks ago. Not a long time at all. As you examine this flower pot, you, on a whim, and also because there's nothing else left for you to look, you dig your hand into the soil, and your hands close around something solid. You pull it out, and it is a piece of parchment. You open it, and it is a very well done drawing of a man and a woman holding hands. One of them is dressed in red, one of them is dressed in deep, dark shades of violet. They both have white hair. The one you focus on, the one your thumb smooths over as you look at the brushstrokes that you recognize. The man has golden skin. At the bottom, signed in her handwriting, which you recognize, is the words, "The strangers I keep seeing." Whatever the shard did to Suli, however much it took from her, she still remembers you. In shades, in phantoms, in dreams, a memory is there. You turn the paper around, and there's a short little journal entry. It says, "Mother says we have to leave soon. She doesn't think the treatments are working. I keep telling her that I don't feel sick, but she insists that I need to get better if I'm going to be able to do the important thing that I need to do. She says that we're leaving for Castelmont tomorrow. I wonder if I'll see the strangers there." She signs it with her name, just Suli.
With a date, obviously, right?
With
Yeah,
a
for
date,
sure.
she signs it with a date. It was indeed
Wait, really? Oh shit.
3 weeks ago.
Shit. Wait, we've seen Yeska since then, though, right? Like in the past 3 weeks.
Yes, you
we
have.
And she can do all sorts of teleporting madness.
Maybe, yeah,
There's a different mama. It's the one from the ship.
maybe. No, please, no.
You know that for sure. Are you going to try to attempt to cast Identify on this thing? Are you going to ritual cast?
Gonna start. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think we have time for that, Suma.
Be
10
rough.
minutes. 10 minutes is a long time.
I
Gallet and
I
Ruby's
just I
situation.
turn to Alok and I say, if you want to leave here and do the other doors, get what you need to get. you should go. But I have to do this. I have to try.
Okay, I
I'll
understand.
give you anything you need.
I don't think I need anything from you. Maybe the earring? I don't know. Oh no, wait, what is the other earring? Is it Ruby?
Ballot, right?
It's Gallet,
Hey.
okay. DM. To
Yes.
get back out of the vault, back into like the actual building.
Would not require your amulet.
So like it could be done on someone could do it on their own.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I need anything else. Maybe I don't think I need the earring either. Just I don't things might be really bad by the time you count on 10 minutes. Ruby and Gallet's situation does not have 10 minutes, I don't think.
Hang on, I'm trying to think if I
The machine's like
have
pretty big, right?
anything.
The machine's pretty big, right? Like there's no
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
stuck to the walls, like built into the walls. You couldn't take it with you.
Less? Is there a hard drive that I could
A
download
magical
to my
hard
USB
drive?
stick?
Unfortunately, no.
Suma, I feel
Damn
like what we need to know about this machine is in the letter. I think she almost, not fully, but kind of explained what they've been doing here. She's trying to, I don't know, probably infuse their blood or something to change her. I don't remember all the Eska weird stuff, but we definitely
Yeah.
learned it. I think we know what we need to know.
Fine.
I'm sorry, I know this
Fine.
is a big deal, but it's just, it doesn't mean anything if you don't make it out of here alive anyways.
You're right. We have Ruby to think about too.
So do we try going into another room? We're not invisible anymore. I'm gonna use the mirror to look outside of the door.
You look outside the door, Alok, and you see shambling directly outside the door is a dusky, shadowy silhouette made solid. Suma, would you happen to be looking over Alok's shoulder, also scanning?
Probably not at that very moment.
Alok, it is the silhouette of a young elven girl, from what you can tell. Long hair. You can't make out features because it is entirely shrouded in darkness. It feels not entirely real, or not, it seems unstable, as if it is falling apart at the seams by virtue of its own existence. But it is directly outside, and you're not sure what it's going to do if you step out right now.
But to be clear, this is in the hallway.
In the hallway, yes.
So okay, so it's physically in the material plane.
It's
where we have to
physically
go
in the
back to.
material plane where
That's
you're
weird. Okay, I will say Suma. Suma, there's a thing
What?
outside in the door. I don't know what that's doing there.
I'll turn around.
I don't think we can quite leave. I also don't know what this means about what is happening.
You look through the mirror, Suma. That is the silhouette of your daughter, 100%. You can tell, even in the agonized phantom movements that it is going through, that's your daughter. That's Suli.
Mhm.
Or at least some kind of impression of her. Both of you are free to give me an intelligence check right now.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A 21,
Juicy.
Alok. Perhaps fittingly, your amulet will bring forth something from the other side in order to allow you passage in. Nothing was in the other side. So what it appears to have conjured is the phantom of what used to be inside. Due to its essentially unreality, its existence does not seem stable. But what you have drawn forth in exchange for yours and Suma's passage seems to be almost like a memory of Suli.
You know what? I know it looks like your daughter, but I do believe we have to kill it. I know that will be hard, but it is a shadow. It is not real.
We have to go out, right? Won't it just come back in?
Presumably. I don't
Or
know how
will
we're.
we teleport a random hooded figure in here?
You know, that's actually interesting because we don't need to use my amulet to get back into the hallway. But if I did use it, maybe it would put the shadow back in here, which would be interesting.
On
Could
the
try
other
that.
hand, I mean, what if... I know it doesn't... No,
I don't
it's
think it can be
stupid.
reasoned
Never
with.
mind.
I think we can try the amulet thing because that'll be really funny if we put it back in here and then surprise like yes, go later. And either way, if that doesn't work, we'll still fight it anyway, so it doesn't change much.
Let's just try it.
All right, I'll try the amulet to go back to the other side, even though we don't have to see if it puts the shadow back in.
You materialize on the other side. It's fully visible, by the way.
Yep.
The shadow stays put. Its head swivels over to the sound that it has just heard. And you watch, Suma, as your daughter's face, devoid of its eyes, other defining features, reaches out a hand towards you as if to cup your cheek. It
I just
opens its
stand
mouth,
still. I can't do anything.
but all that comes out is a strange, distant, screeching sound, as if a voice distorted through the passing of 1,000 planes, through the echoes of a past that should not be. To Alok, it sounds mostly just like this discordant, anguished cry, but to you, Suma, it sounds like it's saying, Father.
That sucks. Yeah, I think he just stands there and frozen and can't do anything for the moment until something shakes him out of it.
We cut to the other side. As Suma stands transfixed, Marisa has gathered up all of the ring members here. We're jumping back in time a little bit. Marisa looks at you, Gallet, and goes, well, well, well. Now what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. Name's Zaz. I guess I'm not part of the ring.
Even I'm convinced.
So much.
Oh, your name is Zaz. How very
Sorry.
cute. And you see Damaska looks over and goes, do you recognize this young man? And she goes, yes, yes, of course. I do remember him. Of course. Uh, remind me again where I know you from? Sorry, I'm a busy lady. Lots of stuff happening all the time.
It's fine, it's fine. Shamat was the one that introduced me to the ring. I saw you before. I don't remember that. I'm sorry, my mind's all over the place, but Shamat.
Right,
Shamat.
right. Of course. Yes, that's exactly what I remember. Shamit talked to me a while back about a new inductee. I was in town. He was in town. We were chatting. You know how it is. I mentioned that I'd bring it up to Estelle, but I just must have slipped my mind.
Okay, it's okay. The Mosque has been really nice to me.
How has he now?
Yeah.
I presume he's going to take you to meet Estelle.
I don't know. It's a lot right now. That's all. This is a lot. Whole thing is a lot. What are you doing today?
You know what? Damaska, I'll, I'll, I'll take over from here. I want you to round everybody up and prepare for an assault from the southern end. I think that's where it's going to be coming from. Are you sure about that? You're positive? Call it a hunch, a little intuition. Okay. And the hooded figures gather up here. Marisa takes you, Gallet, and walks you up the hallway. She goes, I can't get you out of meeting with Estelle, but I'll have you know that your friends are doing whatever the fuck they're doing in the room.
Okay.
Do you know what they're doing? Because I don't.
Uh, looking for daughter type stuff. You know how it is with kidnapping.
I see. And
Sorry, I'm still like emotionally affected by that.
you got so in character.
Yeah, no, I got
You're
too
still crying. You're still not out of the
Yeah,
scene.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I got really into it.
She
But
pauses right
thanks.
here, and she says, looks at you.
Mhm,
She says, your friend Ruby or Cathra, whatever she's going by now,
mhm.
she's in a box up there.
Oh, like the one that you said protect.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
She's fully conscious inside there, and the incantations, the auto fireballs, they aren't in place. So as long as you can snap the chains, you should be able to get her out.
sure, snapping chains is my specialty.
Here's my question to you. Do you want to hide right now, or do you want to be in that room with her? You can
I don't
hide,
know.
wait for your friends to come out, and then try to do something. Or you can be up there, use your words to buy time, and hopefully do something in the room with Estelle. I don't know. Your choice. Make it fast.
Let's hide.
Great. She places her hand on the door behind her, drags you, the vault opens, and she tosses you in. It shuts behind you. Gallet, you emerge. This vault room is largely empty. It is a strange, you feel a little bit like it feels almost like the inside of your ring a little bit. Kind of like the interior of a ship kind of is the vibes that it gives you. The furniture in here is like there's no furniture at all. It's just kind of like this like big red gaudy carpet. And there are quite a bit of treasure chests kind of like loaded with gold.
Got made when in Rome with France. I don't remember saying. Is this the gaudy carpet? Am I getting vibes of Aramis to any degree?
Give me an insight check.
I stole his room. It could be anyone.
No. Yeah, hard to tell. You look around though, there's nothing in here that's really defining. It doesn't there's not a lot of stuff in here that you feel like, "Oh, like I know exactly whose room this is." You can tell it's definitely not Damon's, and it's definitely not the one Alok and Sumo went into.
Yeah.
It might just be like Marissa's room or like a different ring member's room. Um, you walk around and you just want to load up on some gold.
I mean, let's start trying to open those treasure chests, you know?
Yeah, there is a lot of gold here. Um,
I don't have a bag full.
easily in the thousands of gold pieces. As I did promise you guys you would get a nice windfall after you perform this heist. But you are biding time currently.
How much can I fit in my pouch?
We'll say you can fit in. How big is your pouch? Fuck it, 300 gold.
Sick.
Easily 300 gold. Yeah, you're gonna have a couple handfuls, stuff it full, rip the drawstrings closed, 300 gold in your pocket instantly, and that barely makes a dent in the treasure. So there's like jewels and like necklaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
While you're in here though, you the Nullicite is no longer affecting you, and once again, you feel Calypso in your ears. Captain Abate, Why hide?
Last time I saw Estelle, I sort of died, and I don't have an exactly great reason to be here. Seems a bit like a dangerous idea to just walk up to her and also try to get rid of the chest.
You're stronger now, Gallet. Stronger by far. Your enemies, the woman who slayed you. You will not leave this vault without ripping her throat out. Do you understand?
Well, I don't like her that much, but like if things come to it, we're gonna have to skedaddle.
You will not leave this vault. As she says that, you feel your mind cloud over. You were never sure what the cost of that bargain with Calypso was. You knew you lost your connection to something, some previous things you had connection to, but in this moment, as your heart and your mind cloud over with bloodlust, you feel the cost now. You feel the slithering of Kraken's tentacles up your arms, almost around your throat, but they do not choke you, they invigorate you. She has wronged you.
Dead woman. I'll start walking out.
Okay. Um, uh, we, with that, with Alok and Suma having poofed out, accosted by Suli's ghost, with Gallet invigorated and infuriated by Calypso's beckoning, with Ruby trapped inside of the chest, the same kind that her ex-fiance Titus once was held in. We're going to end the session there on a triumphant swell of the music. Thank you so much for a lovely session. Once we got the planning out of the way, I think we really got into a groove. The heist is afoot, going relatively smoothly. I mean, one of your party members is in a box, but you know, it could have gone worse.
Honestly, probably the best one to be in the box too. Kind of helped us, I think.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
The box is gonna be way stealthier.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, I know we ran a little bit late, but I felt like I wanted everybody's little plot line to get to a good spot before we ended the session. How does everyone feel?
Great job, everyone. I was actually shocked that we got this far.
Yeah, I
You know,
think
it could truly be worse.
it really
Yeah,
could be.
yeah.
I mean, our plans changed a little bit, even outside of like the
So
beginning thing.
lightly.
And even like inside here, because somehow ended up with Alok and Suma doing it all. But
Yuma, I'm
it
so.
ended up well.
You knew we were going to investigate.
Yeah.
I
You didn't
was
prepare it.
thinking more about the Madeline part
Wow.
and
I
the
don't care about you. Don't
To be fair,
die
in our
anymore.
planning, I
bit.
said, should I take Suma with me so he can identify things? And we all agreed, no, Suma would not be going with me. So I guess, you weren't
This is
thinking you
also
needed it,
true.
right?
I also thought I would be with Ruby, like
Yeah,
talking to
you didn't
people.
think you'd be
I
with me doing this. So
I did not. Yeah.
things
I
changed.
will say it could have happened that way, but you guys walked up to like one of
Yeah, I
the
just-
like the desks where the ring member was, and then talked about who you were right in front of him. So
Yeah.
I couldn't just not have that have any consequences. So I kind of had to play out that way. But I think it played out in a way that kind of
Absolutely.
made sense. You know what I mean? I hope it made sense. Like
Everything made sense.
initially, if it was just you guys going, like you went like kind of more stealth and like went to like one of the far desks where there wasn't a ring member there, and like kind of schmoozed your way, kind of like talk your way into there, you would have had to do something with Otto. Otto would not have just let you come up, which is why that key would have come into place. But since you guys were just kind of like went in through the front door, with the deception checks, if that deception check on the reroll, the inspiration reroll, was not high enough, the three of you guys would have had full combat in that lower floor with all the
That would've
guards.
been bad.
I was like, okay, so is Draga gonna hear this? Draga might hear this. I wonder when Draga's gonna
Well,
come and kind of help
luckily,
this.
I think
and,
we
like
would have been
Tarek's there
fine.
too.
I'm a rogue. I can run, and Sumo can teleport out, so I think we would have been fine. Like
Sumo
Sumo
could not teleport out.
Can't.
was the
Can't
anti-magic was in that
do
room too.
anything. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
I'm
shit! I thought it
1000%
was.
gonna die.
Well, Gallet was there. Gallet could just give the ring to Sumo, and then Sumo could teleport herself.
Yeah, so that would have been an issue. You would not have. I mean, getting back in would have been even harder. But I think the way that it played out made sense. I mean, hopefully, I think that it made sense. Hopefully, you don't.
Yeah,
feel
I
too-
think it
I
made
feel like
sense.
just because of how few people were there, it would have been hard for us to sneak, like, especially someone like who's like a high profile member like the Chosen to like just sneak in there and be like,
Yeah.
yeah,
mean,
don't mind me.
Because you could have gone in disguise. I mean, disguises could have been. I mean, in my head, I thought you guys were gonna use your like your highborn disguises, like your noble
Mhm.
disguises to get in and like forge your way in. I
But
was.
then we would have had to tell somebody that I was like the Chosen, right?
Yeah, I mean that was the
Like-
other angle, and that angle was always gonna end in you in a box, like you exposing yourself to them, like being like, "Hey, I am who I am. Like, take me up." The consequence of doing it that way, avoid some stuff, like maybe some other combats with like guards or like sentries, but it leads to, oh, now this is added wrinkle of, unless you guys act really quickly, you're gonna be fighting a lot of ring members to get Ruby out of there, pre Madeline arriving.
Very.
I feel like I weirdly prefer that than fighting everyone downstairs. I don't know why. It sucks, but
Because the ring members are more scummy. Probably. I don't know.
they are. And also, it just means that, like, we're up here and we haven't really used many resources yet. Like,
We've used some inspirations.
I've used
yeah,
the
but
spell.
And
I don't really
importance,
count
I
We
think.
used 3 inspirations. We haven't used any portents.
I did.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I know I did not.
No,
I
you-
didn't-
yeah,
I don't
yeah, you
think I
didn't.
did. Mine sucks, right? Yeah.
I think you ended up dying.
Yeah, you have 4.
See. Well, all